first two games. The final numbers on Saturday were higher in part because they were firing in the last couple of minutes when they had the goalie on the bench. But they just need to be better. They need to be tighter. They need to be better defensively. They need to have more of a shooting mentality. And they need to try and dictate play more than they have so far in the first two games. Now, I know you guys touched on it, but the lineup does look a little bit different today. Jonas Johansson gets the start. People might be wondering why. Well, it is a back-to-back. Also, Johansson has not played since the Orlando preseason game. Keep that in mind. So, I mean, yes, if he hadn't played today, he probably would have played tomorrow night in Washington, but I think they want to get him in. Also, J.J. Moser returns. He will be paired with Victor Hedman, playing the right side. Darren Radish is going to be scratched. And the Lightning made a change at the forward position, too. Curtis Douglas comes in. Jack Finley is scratched. But interestingly, Greg, I really like Connor Geekie in the middle near the end of that New Jersey game, and he is back at center. So he is centering the fourth line with Douglas and Chafee, and they have Pontus Holmberg at wing with Gordon Bjorkstrand. And what we saw in the game against the Devils, Jake Ensel and Brandon Hagel were swapped, basically, and the Lightning are keeping that. I thought Hagel had a little bit more jump, honestly, once he was put with Point and Kucherov against the Devils. And so we'll see how these line combinations look today for the Lightning.
Geekie's interesting, you're right. Even though he's on a fourth line, you wonder, playing center, if that jumpstarts some things. And I think trying to find a way to get Hagel and Cirelli going, whether they're on the same line partner or not, will be a big deal as well.
Yeah, and I mean, look, the Lightning's penalty kill, it's done a good job. I mean, they've only allowed one power play goal so far in the first two games, and Hagel and Cirelli have been certainly a part of that. But what the Lightning are going to do 5-on-5 is very important, and at least right now, I think Hagel and Cirelli will be back together. I don't think that they are going to be separated, long term, but for now, this is the lineup the Lightning want to use. And I'll just point out about the Bruins. I don't know how much you've talked about them in the pregame. They were not expected to do very well this year. They had a terrible end of last season, and they made some moves, notably Marchand they traded. But they've started 3-0. You might wonder, well, how are they 3-0? They are 3-0 because they are defending. The Bruins have allowed a total of 5 goals in 3 games. By comparison, the Lightning have allowed 10 goals in 2 games. So let's see how many scoring chances the Lightning can generate today against a team that is D'ing up quite well through the first 3 games. And that, again, goes to solid 5-on-5 play. Make sure you are connecting the dots 5-on-5. And right now, having Hagel and Cirelli on separate lines is the way the Lightning want to go.
We were talking about a couple of former Lightning players in the lineup for Boston, and be interested to see if Jeannot and AC might get under the skin, partner, of the Lightning, because that's what they did when they played for Tampa Bay.
Well, for sure, AC Mike got under the skin of the opposition and has fought. I mean, he actually fought Braden Point when he was with San Jose, and then he fought J.J. Moser when he was with the Lightning, and Moser was with Arizona. But I don't know that Jeannot gets under people's skin. Jeannot is tough as nails, and it'll be interesting to see if we see a Jeannot-Curtis Douglas fight or potentially a Mark Kastelik-Curtis Douglas fight. Remember, Kastelik got into it with Lilleberg in the season series last year. Nikita Zadorov is also a tough customer on Boston, though we'll see if Douglas has his second fight in as many games with the Lightning. It will be Jonas Johansson getting the start today for the Lightning. In the net to my right. Lightning move right to left in the first in their road white jerseys with blue numbers. And Jonas Korpisalo gets the start for the Bruins. Korpisalo and Jeremy Swayman have been alternating starts. So Korpisalo played in the second game. He's playing in the fourth game for the Bruins. He's in the net to my left. Bruins skate left to right in the first in their home black jerseys with gold numbers. This season of Lightning Hockey is presented by Advent Health, the official health and wellness partner of the Lightning. Today's referees are Jake Brink and Bo Halkitis. The linesmen are Matt McPherson and Tommy Hughes. Getting ready for the opening face-off, start of 4 straight on the road, although the Lightning will be coming home after the first 2 and then heading back out on the road for Games 3 and 4 of the trip next weekend. But today, it is the Lightning and Bruins from Boston. We'll have the opening face-off coming up next on Lightning Radio.
Face-Off Inside the NHL returns, taking you deeper behind the scenes than ever before. See it all from the star-studded Four Nations Face-Off tournament.
Us against the world, boys.
To the adrenaline of the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I'm scared of you guys.
With candid interviews and backstage access, experience the sacrifice, the rivalries, and the determination that define NHL greatness.
Just when I thought last year couldn't be topped, here we are.
A new season of Face-Off Inside the NHL. Watch now only on Prime Video.
You're invited to Open House Weekend at Benchmark International Arena starting Friday, October 17th. The family-friendly weekend events include a Lightning watch party and Taste of Tampa. You can watch Bolts hockey on the big screen with bites from the best local spots. Then don't miss a free concert from country superstar Maren Morris on Saturday, October 18th. Open House Weekend at Benchmark International Arena begins on Friday, October 17th. Claim your free tickets today at benchmarkinternationalarena.com.
Since 1889, the Tampa YMCA has been at the heart of our community, dedicated to inspiring health and well-being across Tampa Bay. Whether it's kids discovering their potential, families strengthening their bonds, or seniors embracing vibrant lives, the Y has been a beacon of support for generations. Join us today and be a part of something bigger. The Y, where history meets hope and every day is an opportunity to grow. Visit us at tampaymca.org. The Y, strengthening our community, one life at a time.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Lightning tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Tampa Bay Lightning and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Lightning.
To be a real winner is to make a difference in your community. The Chief here for the Mosaic Company and the Goals for Food program. For the last 12 seasons, Mosaic has donated more than $1.3 million to help local families. Mosaic will once again donate $1,000 for every goal and $1,500 for every hat trick scored by a Lightning player at home. Mosaic will also donate $5,000 for every home game that goes into overtime. So let's cheer on the Bolts as we work together to fight hunger. Learn more about Mosaic's mission to help the world grow the food it needs at mosaicco.com.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn the back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
This is Lightning Radio.
First of 4 between the Lightning and Bruins. The next time they meet will be the Stadium Series game, February 1st at Raymond James Stadium. Outdoor game. First time the Lightning will be hosting an outdoor game. Bruins have played in a bunch through the years. So this is the first road game of the regular season for the Lightning. Their last road game of the regular season will also be back here in Boston in April. Greg mentioned a couple of former Lightning players on the Bruins, and they're on the same line, and they are starting this game. Tanner Jeannot and Mikey Eyssimont on a line with Fraser Minton, who came over from Toronto in the Brandon Carlo deal last year. Yanni Gourde will take the center ice faceoff for the Lightning against Minton, who was an overtime winner this year for the Bruins. Puck drop, we are underway. 50-50 on the drive. Comes free to J.J. Moser. He'll tap it into the Bruins end. Gourde pursues, but Jordan Harris has it first for the Bruins. Around to the near side, Andrew Peak. He'll flip it out to center ice. Hedman blocks it for Moser. Connects with Gourde on the right wing, deflects it back in. There's Harris behind the Bruins net, chopping it around the near boards. Mikey Eyssimont trying to clear it. He's tied up by Hedman. Following up, though, is Minton. He'll exit. Fraser Minton to center ice, gains the red line, chips it in. And chases. He's on it. Right corner, Eyssimont. Looks to center it. That hit a player in front. Almost went in and went wide right. Eyssimont follows up left corner. Reverses it to Charlie McAvoy at the right point. McAvoy slides it into the slot. It's blocked. He has it again. A feet in front. Intercepted by Hedman. And Victor couldn't clear. Held in Minton at the high slot. Oh, a drop pass missed McAvoy and comes out of the zone. Well, there was a careless mistake made right off the bat for the Lightning. Fortunately, no damage done. David Pastrnak off the Boston bench, controls to Mason Lohrei in his own end, right wing McAvoy. McAvoy hounded from behind by Gensel, a steal. There's Gage Gonsalves on a counter. Across the Bruins line, left circle. Feeds it. Right circle, Gensel centers it. Score! Cirelli! Anthony Cirelli finishes the centering feed from Gensel. Just like that, it's 1-0 Lightning. 1 minute and 9 seconds in. Well, the Lightning had a big-time turnover in their own zone. No damage done because the Bruins had a miscue on a drop pass. Then the Lightning made a steal. Gensel picked the pocket of McAvoy. Gonsalves to Gensel to Cirelli, and it's 1-0 Lightning. Cirelli's first of the year, first point of the year. Gensel and Gonsalves assist. So they didn't look to shoot right off the bat, but the pass, certainly from Gensel to Cirelli, was right on his tape, and he had an easy tap in. Here's McDonough. Up the middle for Gage Gonsalves, directs it in. Zadorov fumbles it, and then he controls it and slings it out, no icing. Ryan McDonough on the puck by the Lightning net. Turning away from Elias Lindholm, a pass is blocked by Morgan Geekie, older brother of Connor, but Chernak has it back right wing. Gonsalves takes a bump from Zadorov, but does deliver it into the Bruins zone. Lightning get a change. Early on, 1-0 Tampa Bay. Henry Jokiharju has it for the Bruins in front of his own net. Slips it to Zadorov in the left wing. Feeds it out to center ice. Here's Casey Middlestat getting pressured. Back in his own zone, Kucherov a takeaway at the left point, and he is going to fumble it away. And Middlestat collects at center. Backhands it in. J.J. Moser after it by the Lightning net. Jostled by Victor Arvidsson. Braden Point provides support. Up the near boards. He's trying to clear it. It's not out. Held in Middlestat. In the right corner. Right circle. Zaka's a man open in front. The pass deflected away, fortunately, from Jordan Harris. Then he threw it back across through the low slot. It skips through, but I think the Lightning are getting called for a penalty. So a failed clear by the Lightning there led to a dangerous look for the Bruins.
Tampa, number 78, 2 minutes for hooking.
And eventually a penalty on Lilleberg. So slide insurance penalty kill for the Lightning. Well, both teams have been sloppy coming out of their own zone right now. Bruins are 2 for 11 on the power play this year. The Lightning are 7 for 8 on the penalty kill. Cirelli and Lindholm to the left of Johansson. One cleanly by Lindholm. McAvoy at the right point, left point Pastrnak. Shoots! That was tipped high slot by Lindholm. Save made Johansson. Here's McDonough up the far boards. Chernak got wedged off, lost it. Pastrnak holds it in left circle, cross ice. Morgan Geekie, right corner. Delivers it back across the far side, around the boards, out of the reach of Pastrnak. It works as a clear for the Lightning. It's back in the Bruins zone. McAvoy to Pastrnak. Gave it away, Hagel. Hagel a steal, right circle in front for Cirelli. Got a stick lifted, couldn't shoot. Here's Morgan Geekie. Power play for the Bruins continues up the middle. Zaka. 1:27 left in the advantage. 1-0 Lightning in the first. Now McAvoy up the middle at center. Weaves across the blue line, lost the handle. Chernak finds Hagel, trying to clear it, and he does on his backhand high in the ice, high in the air down the ice to the Bruins zone. Elias Lindholm into the rush. 1:10 on the power play. Drop past McAvoy, and now Zaka. Pavel Zaka, nice move into the Lightning end, left point Pastrnak. Back for Zaka, left circle. Zaka check, returns Pastrnak, left point. David Pastrnak, nice move to the left circle. Centers it, blocked by Hedman. He shot it into traffic, but fortunately it comes to Gensel's stick. He'll drill it down the near side, the length of the ice. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Winding up for the Bruins is Mason Lohrei. The big defenseman rumbles to center ice, drops it for Arvidsson. Up the middle at center. That looked offside across the blue line. They said it was okay. I'll roll it to the Lightning far corner. Moser blocks it, but Pastrnak takes it away. Now a puck battle. Pastrnak in that left corner there with Moser. Arvidsson knocked down Hedman. Arvidsson's going to get a penalty. So that'll end the power play for the Bruins. We'll have 30 seconds of 4-on-4, and then the Lightning will go in the Tico power play. Good job at the Lightning on that penalty kill.
Boston, 71. Minor penalty cross-checking.
Cross-checking at Arvidsson at 3:46. It was less of a boarding situation, more that he hit him with the stick in the ribs. That's why they called it cross-checking. Lightning lead 1-0 on a goal from Cirelli, 1:09 into the game. Cirelli, Hagel, McDonough, and Crozier start the 4-on-4. Bruins have not allowed a power play goal this year. 12 for 12. Lightning are 2 for 6 on the power play. But first, the 4-on-4. Minton and Cirelli to the right of Korpisalo. 50-50. Nobody can get a stick on it. Hagel is after it. Instead, it comes to Lohrei. Lohrei looking to rumble out of trouble. Right side feed. Husnudinov goes across on the left wing. And Peak. Back for Mason Lohrei on the left wing. Lohrei typically killing the 4-on-4 here. He's back in his own zone in 6 seconds of Lightning power play. Lohrei will make his way out to center ice. Right side feed Peak, cross the blood, open right circle. He shoots. Blocker save made Johansson. That was a chance, and it was shorthanded as the penalty had just expired. Puck alive in the Lightning end. Cirelli jostling with Minton, and Cirelli dislodges it for point. Lightning look to set up on the power play. 1:15 left in their man advantage. Braden Point winds up in front of the Lightning net. Here comes Point to center ice. On the right wing, cross the line, Bjorkstrand lost to Zadorov. Can he clear? No. It hit traffic. Hedman a keep at the left point. Left circle, Gensel. Center point, Hedman. Left corner, Jake Gensel. Swats across ice, Kucherov right circle. Kucherov fumbles it, settles it down right corner. Right corner, Gensel. Right circle to Kucherov. High slide, Bjorkstrand in front. Gensel couldn't shoot. Now he shoots. Save made by Korpisalo, and Zadorov hot potatoes it out. 44 seconds left in the power play. Hedman back in his own zone, deals to Kucherov. Nikita Kucherov up the left wing to the red line, across the line. Gensel left point onside. Cross ice feed, Point after it. He is going to lose it. Zacha is able to steal and clear. Down the ice it goes. 26 seconds left in the Tampa Bay power play. McDonough out with the second unit, with Radish not in the lineup today. McDonough gives to Gage Gonçalves. He'll make his way to center ice, roll it in, but he lost the handle on a stick handling move. And Jordan Harris will drill it down the ice. That'll just about do it in the penalty to Victor Arvidsson. McDonough final rush here to center ice. Delivers to Hagel. The penalty is up. A pass misses Chafee, but it works as a dump in. It's behind the Bruins net. Chafee after it, wins it for Hagel. Right circle. Right corner, Mitchell Chafee. Chafee takes a hard check from Nikita Zadorov. Stays with the puck, though. 1-0 Lightning in the first. It's alive for Hagel at the side of the net. Keeps him moving. Gonçalves, center point, McDonough. Right point, Max Crozier. Crozier holds and shoots, blocked in front. Puck is alive for Arvidsson. He'll chop it out. McDonough knocks it down. Looks to deliver it to a teammate. AC Mott is able to steal it, though, and deal it in. Crozier one-arms it up the near boards. Not out, though. It's going to bounce in front. McDonough, a good recovery play. Got it away from Minton for Connor Geekie. Binding up McDonough. Needs a clear here. McDonough under pressure. Tied up. Fortunately, the puck slid close to Johansson, who freezes it. Minton knocked down McDonough and now tempers Flair a little bit. TV timeout. Cirelli, an early goal. 1-0 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
If you look closely at a Ford SUV, you won't just see eye-catching design. You'll feel adventure and a new sense of freedom in a Ford Bronco, or an elevated level of confidence from the advanced technology found in a Ford Explorer. And with standard 4x4 in the Bronco Sport, you'll find the strength to overcome almost any obstacle. It's time to see Ford SUVs in a new light. Stop by your local Ford dealer today to find a great deal on a new Ford SUV.
For 10 years in a row, Tampa General has been named the #1 hospital in Tampa Bay by U.S. News and World Report. And once again, we're recognized as a top 50 hospital in the nation. This year in 6 specialties: diabetes and endocrinology, ear, nose, and throat, gastroenterology and GI surgery, heart and vascular care, obstetrics and gynecology, and urology. Tampa General, the region's only academic health system, a university-based program.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Lightning tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Tampa Bay Lightning and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Lightning.
This is Lightning Radio.
Lightning have an early 1-0 lead. A goal for Cirelli, 1:09 into the game. This has not been a completely clean contest defensively for either side, particularly puck play in the defensive zone which has led to problems when the teams have turned the puck over. We'll get a face-off to the left of Johansson. Both teams had an unsuccessful power play as well already in the game. Elias Lindholm, who has won over 70% of his face-offs so far this year, and is 1-0 so far today on the draw against Gord. This is won by Yanni Gord. J.J. Moser in the Lightning near corner has room to walk into the left wing. Right side, Chernak makes his way to the red line, slings it in. Hard around Holmberg, left circle. Left point, Moser in front. Gord, he was open. He shot it over the net. Might have hit the glass and went out of play. Well, the Bruins, despite having a very good start of the year defensively, they have been giving up some open looks in front, too. 13-18 left in the first. 1-0 Lightning. And Gord just airmailed that. He had to hurry because McAvoy was closing on him. Same two guys, Lindholm and Gord. To the right of Jonas Korpisalo. Puck not dropped. Now it is. Gord wins another. Oliver Bjorkstrand. Left point. Moser shoots. Blocked in front. Rebound Gord. High slide. Bjorkstrand shoots. Blocked. Bjorkstrand follows up at the right circle. Just bounced off his stick. Elias Lindholm will fire it out. Pasternak trying to get it at center ice. He's met by Gord. J.J. Moser digs it free for Bjorkstrand. Back for Chernak in the Lightning end. Up the middle. Gord deflects it in. 1-0 Lightning in the first. Good shift for this unit. Gord after the puck left corner. Coughs it up to Lohrei. Up the far boards, Morgan Geekie. Slips to McAvoy. He broke his stick, so he just gloves it out of the zone. Touched next by Bjorkstrand. A counter for Gord in the left wing. He'll flip it cross ice. Geekie would give it his stick to McAvoy. Again, gloves it out. Lightning have it again, though. Here's Curtis Douglas, his first shift of the day, dumping it in. Lohrei behind the Bruins net. Right side outlet, Andrew Peak. Peak to the red line, slides it in. Johansson stops it by the Lightning net, leaves it for Crozier. Crozier is checked by Husnudinov. Max Crozier wants to deliver it to a teammate, Lilleberg in the near corner. Lilleberg is checked. Bruins get it back. Andrew Peak right point. Left point Harris. Harris shoots. Johansson saw that all the way. Gloves it and holds on. Nice job by Douglas right there. He boxed out Kastelik in front. So Johansson could see the puck. 12:09 left in the first. Laney lead 1-0. A draw come into the right of Jonas Johansson. Both sides make wholesale changes. Middlestad will take this face-off against Braden Point. Now we're ready to go. Won by Middlestad. Andrew Peak center point shot. Just wide left. A rebound bounced in front off the stick of Zacha. It came in on net. Save made by Johansson. Hagel the other way to center across the one. Kucherov. A little left point shot. Save made. Rebound Point in the left corner. Tried to center. It's taken away by Middlestad. Deals to Zacha on the left wing at center. Across the line. Nice feed. Arvidsson. Right circle. Shoots. Save made. Johansson deep in his crease. Buck follows Arvidsson to the left corner. Left point Zadorov. Right point Yoki Harju. Shoots. That got tipped. Save made Johansson. He's had to deal with some tough plays around the net. Point the other way at center ice. Look for Hagel in the neutral zone. Good stick. Yoki Harju a block. Here come the Bruins on a counter. Zacha to the Lightning end. Lost it to Point, and Kucherov exits. Kucherov to center ice. Makes his way in the left wing. A little spin move on Zacha. Delivers to Point. Across the blue line left point. Sweeps it by the Bruins net. Kucherov there. Kucherov winds it to the right point. Crozier. Max Crozier. Right circle to Kucherov. Right circle, Point shoots. That got a net save made. Point in the rebound. Dribbled it to the net. Save made by Korpisalo, and he covers. Couple of chances there for Braden Point. Korpisalo, 2 good saves to keep this game 1-0 Tampa Bay. 11:07 left in the first. Point didn't get a lot on the second shot, but that might have still worked. It might have tripped up Korpisalo because it was like a changeup. Minton and Cirelli on the face-off to the left of Jonas Korpisalo. Draw one by the Bruins. Lohrei in the far corner trying to clear. Tanner Jeannot deals it out to Minton at center. Back for Jeannot. Right wing McAvoy. Peels into the Lightning end right circle. A shot blocked. Good job. McDonough blocks it and gets it. Up the near boards, Gensel. Out to Gage Gonsalves at center ice. Rumbling on the right wing. Cross the blue line right point. Gonsalves shoots wide left. Rebound the right to McDonough left point. McDonough. Center point. Gonsalves back from McDonough left circle. Looks to center it. Shot backdoor save made on Gensel by Korpisalo. Gensel has it again. Right circle, Chernak. Right corner, Gensel. That was a great A chance for Jake Gensel. Gensel in the right corner, jostling with Lohrei. Cirelli there too, along with Tanner Jeannot. Who's going to come up with it? Puck is going to slide to Jeannot in the far corner, loses Cirelli. Right point, Chernak. Left point, McDonough. Didn't hold it in. It came out of the zone. He got caught flat-footed. 2-on-1 the other way. Minton on the right wing. Left circle, Asimont. Shoots, blocking at Chernak. Here's Jeannot. Left circle. Tanner Jeannot checked by Cirelli. Chernak back for Cirelli. Needs a clear. Up the far boards. Got it out. It's going to slide into the Bruin zone, and there's some debris on the ice. A second puck. Not sure how that one ended up on the ice. Well, a backdoor feed to Gensel, hit a skate and got through, and Korpisalo made a fantastic save. Then at the other end, after McDonough got caught flat-footed at the offensive blue line, Chernak saved the day for the Lightning, blocking an Asimont shot on the ensuing 2-on-1. We're going to face out right at center ice, approaching the halfway point of the first period. Lightning lead the Bruins 1-0. Elias Lindholm, Yanni Gourde on the draw. Won by Yanni. Hedman after it in the left wing. Deals for Bjorkstrand. He'll backhand it in. Jordan Harris after the puck in the Bruins near corner. Trying to clear it up the near boards. It's taken away by Pontus Holmberg. Left corner Gourde. Cross ice Bjorkstrand right corner. Bjorkstrand wins the puck. Left corner Gourde. Wraps it back from Moser. Waiting for it right point. Center point Holmberg. Back from Moser, right circle just off his stick, but he'll retrieve it. Good shift here for the Lightning. Bjorkstrand in the right corner. Cross ice, feed to Hedman. Left point shot, blocked in front by Harris. Has a man up ice, Pasternak trying to get him the puck. Flips it to him over his stick. Comes in on the goalie, Johansson. Pasternak had it, but he blew a tire, and Hedman will counter 3-on-2 on the right side at center across the line. Gourde, high slide Bjorkstrand, open, shoot, save made by Korpisalo with the glove, and he holds on. 9:18 left in the first. TV timeout. 1-0 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
Bolts Nation, it's never been easier to watch Lightning hockey live and on demand. Anywhere, anytime. Never miss a second of the action. For less than $1 a game, stream exclusively on the official Tampa Bay Lightning app. Watch all season long. Plus, replay the action, relive the highlights, and watch even more exclusive team content. Just download the official Lightning app.
Benchmark International is a global mergers and acquisition firm dedicated to delivering creative, value-maximizing solutions for business owners seeking to grow or exit their companies. Recognized as the #1 sell-side privately owned M&A advisor in the world by PitchBook and Refinitiv, Benchmark International was named Investment Banking Firm of the Year by both the M&A Advisor and the Global M&A Network. We're known for our award-winning process and world-class service. Benchmark International. When selling your company, go with the right team.
To be a real winner is to make a difference in your community. The Chief here for the Mosaic Company and the Goals for Food program. For the last 12 seasons, Mosaic has donated more than $1.3 million to help local families. Mosaic will once again donate $1,000 for every goal and $1,500 for every hat trick scored by a Lightning player at home. Mosaic will also donate $5,000 for every home game that goes into overtime. So let's cheer on the Bolts as we work together to fight hunger. Learn more about Mosaic's mission to help the world grow the food it needs at mosaicco.com.
This is Lightning Radio.
Lightning have an early goal. 109 in. Cirelli finishing a tic-tac-toe passing play. 1-0 Tampa Bay. Both goalies have been tested, though, since that early Lightning goal, and they have met the challenge. Face-off coming to the left of Korpisalo. Sean Corrali started his career here in Boston, back after 4 years in Columbus on the draw against Connor Geekie. We mentioned Connor playing center today. Draw is won by Corrali. Zadorov in the far corner. Tied up by Douglas. Zadorov will chip it up the near boards. Chafee pursues. trying to win it and hold him in the offensive zone. He could not. Mark Kastelik takes it to center ice, gave it away. McDonough gives to Chafee, back to Ryan McDonough, the Lightning end. McDonough settling things down in front of the Tampa Bay net. Under 9 to play in the first, 1-0. The Lightning lead. McDonough, right wing Eric Chernak, up the middle Douglas, trying to turn it for Chafee. It's taken away by Corrali, but he gave it right back to Chernak. Puck bounced to Connor Geekie, drops it for Lilleberg in the Lightning end. Lilleberg just flips it out to the red line. Kastelik gloves it down and tosses it in. Hard around Crozier, feeds Hagel. Brandon Hagel up the right wing. Ducks back to his own zone, returns to Crozier. Lightning skate right to left in the first. Crozier has a little room here on the right wing. He'll skate to the red line and send it in. McAvoy bumps it in the near corner behind his own net for Lohrei. He'll hurry it around the far boards. Arvidsson does get it out to center ice. Middlestad, 2-on-2. Right wing Zacha across the Lightning line. Zacha checked by Lilleberg. Kucherov looks to bounce it for Hagel. He will. And Hagel deals to Crozier, joining the attack to center. Crozier across the blind, Point with room right circle. Point pulls up. Braden Point tucks it right corner. Kucherov, a shot, skips through. A rebound carries the puck all the way back to the Lightning end. Point back together. Right wing Lilleberg. Now it's Crozier. Under 8 to play in the first. 1-0 Lightning. Lightning get a change up front. Crozier has room here to skate to the red line and fire it in. Actually from beyond the red line, but it nicked off a Bruin stick, so no icing. Jordan Harris controls for Boston. Right wing Peak. Nice feed up the middle. Minton for Janot. Swats it in. Gord pursues by the Lightning net. Loses to Eyssimont. Mikey Eyssimont pivoting in the left corner. Centers it. Bjorkstrand a steal. Gets help from Pontus Holmberg, and Holmberg exits. 1-0 Lightning in the first. Pontus Holmberg to the red line. Shoots it in. Hit a stanchion. Comes right in front. Bjorkstrand right circle. Gord shoots. Save made. Korpisalo with a glove, and he holds on. Well, certainly one story in this first period has been Korpisalo, who's denied 2 or 3 tremendous scoring chances for the Lightning. But I tell you what, Lightning may have found a line here with with Holmberg taking the place of Geekie from the last game. Holmberg, Gord, and Bjorkstrand, they have been very good in this first period. They've had a lot of time in the offensive zone. Cirelli to take the face-off against Elias Lindholm. To the left of Korpisalo. Both guys on their weak side here. Lindholm wins it. Zadorov in the far corner. From Morgan, Geekie checked by Moser. Can Lightning hold it in? No. Elias Lindholm clears. Hedman pops it up the middle. Gensel has to go back to Hedman, deep in his own end. Can Victor clear it? Wraps it around the near boards, and it does get out. Hit off a Bruin stick. So even though it goes all the way down the ice, no icing. Under 7 to play in the first, 1-0. The Lightning leads. Zadorov, a pass stolen. Gensel. High slot Cirelli. Right circle Gage Gonsalves. Takes it right corner behind the net. Gensel. Left circle Cirelli. Shoots. Score! Cirelli! Another one! From a tough angle. Lefty shot. Bottom of the left faceoff circle. He roofed it over Korpisalo. 2-0 Lightning. And again, that play started with a big-time turnover by the Bruins. Zadorov put it right up the middle on Gensel's stick. This line is +2. Goal reads exactly the same as the first one. Cirelli from Gensel and Gonsalves at 13-16. I was talking about the Gord line. This line has certainly had an impressive start. Corrali and Connor Geekie at center ice. Won by the Bruins. McAvoy looks to get to the red line. He's stripped by Douglas. Curtis Douglas on the counter across the Boston line to the right circle. Trying to keep it alive for Connor Geekie just off his stick. Now, Husnadinov on a counter, maybe a 3-on-2. Right wing Kastelik. Good play there, Hedman. Chopped it off Kastelik's stick. It's alive at center ice, landing back defensively. Lohrei goes to McAvoy in the right wing. Left side feed. It is Corrali. He'll backhand this in on Johansson. Gives to Hedman at the far boards. Moser. Back for Hedman in the far corner. Up the middle, Connor Geekie for Douglas. He'll nudge it out. McAvoy blocks it, loses Chafee. Chafee try to bust it alone. Chafee in alone. Shoots. Save made Korpisalo. Or he shot it wide. Just right of the net. Here's Connor Geekie following up behind the net. He's flattened by McAvoy, but Kucherov follows up left circle. Left point Lilleberg. Right point Crozier. Right circle Connor Geekie. A pass off a skate comes out of the zone. Chafee on the breakaway right there. The shot may have just gone wide. Either that or helped wide by Korpisalo. Kucherov regroups in the Lightning end. 2-0 Tampa Bay in the first. There's Lilleberg back for Kucherov. Kucherov at the middle at center. Delivers for Lilleberg. He'll backhand it in. Korpisalo blocks it, finds his own net to the near corner, and Peak. Couldn't clear, held in Lilleberg. Left point shot blocked by Andrew Peak. He'll sling it out to center ice, Arvidsson. Flips it in, Lilleberg. Maneuvers for Crozier. Nice little outlet, Kucherov to center. Kucherov handcuffed by the puck just a bit. He'll settle it down and tap it in. Peak stripped by Point. Braden Point tried to drop it for Hagel. It got taken away by Arvidsson, who clears. 5:10 left in the first, 2-0 Lightning. Hedman from the red line launches it back in. Puck alive behind the Bruins net. It's taken by Jordan Harris. Massachusetts native. Left side outlet to Middlestad. Casey Middlestad goes back to Harris. Under 5 to play in the first. Now it's Peak. Back for Harris in the Boston zone. Looking for the control breakout. Andrew Peak. Right side feed Zaka. Checked by Moser. Here's a counter Holmberg just over his stick. Lightning's neutral zone has been good in this first period. Fraser Minton to the Lightning end. Minton pulls up left circle. Minton looks to make a play at the left point. Hedman defends. Minton. Left corner Acimont. Acimont behind the net. Acimont a wraparound try. Save made by Johansson. And he has it covered. Acimont, as we know full well, very sneaky with that wraparound. Now Moser and Janot exchange shoves and jaw one another. TV timeout. 4:28 left in the first period. 2-0 Tampa Bay on Lightning Radio.
It's hockey season, Tampa Bay.
Should score! What a shot!
And Chick-fil-A would like to invite you to feed hunger lightning fast with catering. Order one of your favorite Chick-fil-A catering trays for the whole family today and pick it up before the game. This season, spend less time worrying about meal prep and cleanup and more time sharing good times with friends and family. If winning game night is your goal, a Chick-fil-A catering tray is the right play for you. Order yours today through the Chick-fil-A app. Go Bulls!
Save again by Vasilevsky!
Lightning fans, boat to the finish line at the 25th Annual Boat Run, presented by Advent Health. It takes place Saturday, November 1st at Benchmark International Arena. Boat Run has races for everyone with a 5-mile, 5K, and 1-mile family fun run down Bayshore Boulevard. All registrants receive an official race medal, a Boat Run t-shirt, and option to purchase a discounted ticket to a select upcoming Lightning game. There are virtual options if you can't make it in person. Visit TampaBayLightning.com/boat run to sign up today.
Celebrating over 20 years as the exclusive practice facility of the Tampa Bay Lightning, the TGH Iceplex in Brandon offers activities for people of all ages. Come check out your year-round home for adult and youth hockey leagues featuring 2 NHL regulation size rinks, ice and figure skating lessons, open public skating, laser tag, birthday parties, and more. Visit tghiceplex.com for more information. The TGH Iceplex, the exclusive practice facility of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
This is Lightning Radio.
2-0 the Lightning lead the Bruins. A pair of goals for Anthony Cirelli. Gensel and Gonçalves assisted on both. We'll get a face-off in the Lightning end to the left of Johansson. That line is back out for Tampa Bay. Gensel forced a turnover on McAvoy, leading to the first goal. In the second one, Gensel made a steal, but Zadorov put it right on his stick on an attempted outlet up the middle. Lindholm and Cirelli on this face-off. There's the draw. It's won by Lindholm. Zadorov center point. Jokiharju shoots. Save made by Johansson. The puck is played by Cirelli. Up the near boards, Gensel clears. Here's Morgan Geekie to Jokiharju in the Bruins zone. Left wing Zadorov gets it up ice, and Lindholm is stripped by Gage Gonçalves. A counter to the red line. He'll fire it in. Hard around Jake Gensel. Right circle Cirelli. Cirelli is checked. Morgan Geekie a steal and a clear out to center. It's hit the linesman. So Morgan Geekie has it again, but he's going to be stripped by Gensel. Gensel regroup in his own zone for McDonough as Morgan Geekie bearing down on him. Goes back to Chernak on the right wing. Little outlet point. Braden Point drops it for McDonough. 3:48 left in the first. 2-0 the Lightning lead. McDonough. Left wing point. That looked like it was offside, and they blow it dead for the offside. I don't think that they're going to call icing on this, although McDonough put it in from beyond the red line. Or are they? Maybe they're calling an intentional offside. We'll see if the Lightning can change players. Maybe they can't, so maybe this was an icing. 3:42 left in the first. Nothing Tampa Bay. Minton and Point. Minton toss, so Janot will take it against Braden Point. Tanner wins it. Left point shot. Lorai just wide left. Hagel pursues the rebound. Can he clear it? No. Held in Acemont right point. Looks for Minton right corner. Jostling with Moser. Following up Acemont right circle. Acemont shoots wide left. Pressure of the Bruins. Lorai at the left circle. A pass went off Kucherov's stick and deflects out of play. Now the Lightning can get a change if they want to get a change. 3:27 left in the first. They keep the same 5 guys out there, though. Pair of goals for Cirelli, a 2-0 Lightning lead. They really want to bear down here and make sure that they keep this 2-goal lead at least intact into the locker room. Middlestad and Point on the draw to the right of Johansson. Won by Braden Point. Hedman by the Lightning net. Tough pass for Hagel, but he traps it with his skate, controls it, and gets it out. Arvidsson a pass, stolen Kucherov. 1-on-2, though, across the Boston line. He lost to a poke check from McAvoy. Zaka looks to counter. Pass blocked by Hagel. Hagel looks for Point, back for Hagel. Hagel tied up and nudges it in. Lorai has it for the Bruins, right wing McAvoy. To Middlestad at center ice. Trying to guide it forward for Zaka. He backhands it in. 3 minutes left in the first. Point squeezes free by the Lightning net. Flips to Kucherov on the right wing. Kucherov controls and pivots out of there to center ice. Kucherov to the red line. Left wing Hedman off his skate, but it works as a dump and across the blue line. Victor left circle for Kucherov. Flings a shot wide right. And off the missed shot, it hits the glass and goes out of play. Well, there's no doubt the Lightning are having more of a shooting mentality here in the first period than what we saw for much of the first 2 games at home. Drop coming to the right of Korpisalo. Connor Geekie out to take it against Corrali. Actually, Kastelik will take it on the strong side. And it's a 50-50. Chafee comes up with a left circle. Turns for Douglas behind the net. Curtis Douglas jostling. He's able to win it from Peak. A drop past Chafee left point. Chafee looking to hold this in for Douglas. Back for Chafee just off his stick. Kastelik taps it out. Corrali at center ice. Launches this into the Lightning end. There's Crozier looking to play it. It was kind of laying at the side of the crease, and so Johansson just decided to cover it up because Crozier had Husnudinov on his tail. So now a face-off in the Tampa Bay defensive zone. We've had quite a few whistles here in the last few minutes. 2:22 left in the first. We're going to have this face-off to the left of Johansson. So it'll put Yanni Gourde on his strong side. Against Fraser Minton. Former second-round pick of the Maple Leafs. And it's a 50-50. The Bruins win it. Yoki Haru right point, left point Zadorov. Breaks his stick as he shoots, but he has time to get a new stick, and the puck came right to Janot. Rams it by the line net. Chernak a block from McDonough. Up the far boards, Bjorkstrand safely out to center. Left wing Gourde. Gourde across the blue line. Slides it in on Korpisalo. Will swat it away Yoki Haru. Can he clear it? Gourde blocked the attempt, but Acemont follows up. Left wing Minton. Minton flips it into the Lightning end. Bjorkstrand has to hustle to get it away from Acemont, which he does. He'll lift to Pontus Holmberg at center. Left wing Lilleberg, $1.50 left in the first. Emil Lilleberg cranks this in. Puck alive for Yoki Haru behind the Bruins net. A pass is going to be stolen. Gage Gonçalves left point. Cross ice feed, intercepted Pasternak for Lindholm. Elias Lindholm to center. Glides into the Lightning end, leaves it for Yoki Haru left circle. He shoots, they made Johansson, and he holds on. Smart play. The Lightning can get a line change. They had some tired guys stuck out there. 1:32 left in the first. Cirelli at 109. Cirelli again at 13-16. Your 2 goals so far today. Lindholm stays out for the faceoff here against Cirelli. Lindholm's always been a good faceoff man. He was up around 55% last year. This year coming in over 70%. Short and small sample size, but see how Cirelli does on this D-zone faceoff. Pasternak lining up right behind Lindholm for a potential one-timer. The draw is one for McAvoy. Right point shot, save made by Johansson. There was a rebound, but it comes to Gage Gonçalves. He's checked by Pasternak. Gonçalves nudges it behind the net. McDonough is there. McDonough collects. McDonough on the left wing. Zips it out to center ice. Nice pass, Gonçalves down the right wing. Cross the blue line right circle. Got checked by Lorai. Following up Cirelli right corner. Feeds it right point Chernak. Back for Cirelli. Top of the right circle. He'll deal to Gage Gonçalves, right corner. Trying to center it for Gensel. Missed. And Pasternak will look to counter. David Pasternak skates to center ice. Right wing, Morgan Geekie across the blue line. Left point. Shot! On the one-timer from McAvoy. Toe save made by Johansson. And Pasternak had an open net on the rebound, but he overskated it. Final minute presented by Crown Automotive. The better way to buy for over 50 years. The Lightning caught a break there. Moser behind the Lightning net. J.J. Moser feeds to Hagel at center ice, deflects it in. Korpisalo guides it around to the near boards, and Zacha, can he get it out? Yes. Deflects down the ice. Middlestad and Moser. Middlestad's going to win the race here into getting an icing. He's erased by Moser. Middlestad, though, keeps it alive. Arvidsson, left side, feeds Zacha. The shot wide left from that left circle. Holmberg feeds Braden Point out to center ice. Gets checked, stays with it. Point, 15 to go in the period. Makes his way across the blue line. Stripped by Middlestad. Where's the puck? Zacha comes up with it. 10 in the period. Pavel Zacha to center ice. Right wing Arvidsson. Arvidsson checked by J.J. Moser. And a counter Hagel with 4 to go. Has to hurry here. Brandon Hagel across the blue line left circle. Right circle Kucherov shoots wide left, and that will do it. Scoring chances on both sides in the first. The Lightning get 2 and lead 2-0 after 1. Greg has the first intermission report coming up on Lightning Radio.
At PNC Bank, the official retail bank of the Tampa Bay Lightning, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who'd gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's going to hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
The best way to celebrate a Bolts victory is with a Papa John's pizza. The day after the Bolts get the W, you get 50% off pizzas online at papajohns.com. Just go online or on the Papa John's mobile app and use promo code BOLTSW. That's promo code BOLTSW for 50% off regular menu price pizzas online the day after a Bolts victory. Papa John's Pizza, the official pizza partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Offer valid online for pizzas only at participating locations. Not valid with any other offers. Delivery fee and taxes extra and are not subject to discount offer.
Going on vacation? We're here for it. With kids who turn the back seat into a courtroom drama over whose tablet is louder, whose charger is faster, and why watching the same cartoon for the 100th time is a human right? Yep, we totally have vehicles to handle that. Because whether it's a road trip or a business trip, where your flight's delayed, your phone's at 2%, and your dinner, whatever's open, yeah, here for that too. Enterprise, we're here for it.
Amalie Motor Oil tips its hat to the manly man.
Manly man.
You one time wrestled a bear for $50.
Manly man.
You always order the lumberjack breakfast.
Manly man, man, man.
And you know that nothing protects your engine better than Amalie Elixir Full Synthetic Motor Oil. Family owned and Tampa Bay grown.
AMALIE, better than it has to be. Amalie.
A proud partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
I'm Scott Hansen, host of NFL Red Zone. Lowe's knows Sundays hit different when you earn them. We've got you covered with outdoor power equipment from Cobalt and everything you need to weatherproof your deck with Trex decking. Plus, with lawn care from Scott's and, of course, Pit Boss grills and accessories, you can get a home field advantage all season long. So get to Lowe's, get it done, and earn your Sunday. Lowe's, official partner of the NFL.
Shoots! Score! Gage Gonçalves! His first NHL goal! What a shot!
This is the Lightning Audio Network Intermission Report. Here's Greg Linnelli.
High slot Cirelli. Right circle Gage Gonçalves. Takes the right corner by net Gensel. Left circle Cirelli. Shoots! Score! Cirelli! Another one! From a tough angle. Lefty shot. Bottom of the left faceoff circle. He roofed it over Korpisalo. 2-0 Lightning.
Gotta love it. Talked about getting a lead on the road. That was big. We talked about Anthony Cirelli maybe finding another gear offensively. He did. 2 goals in that first period, and the Lightning lead 2-0 at the end of 20 minutes in Boston. Cirelli's first goal came at 1:09 from Gensel and Gonsalves, just a great tic-tac-toe pass. And then Cirelli, tough angle shot, as Mish alluded to, at 13-16 from Gensel and Gonsalves again. So that line getting it done. Good to see there. Also saw Holmberg, Gord, and Bjorkstrand have some good shifts. Mitchell Chafee had a breakaway opportunity at 6:05, about 40 seconds after Cirelli's second goal. Not to say that Boston didn't have some looks. They did. Johansson was good. But overall, the Lightning converted, and you will definitely take a 2-0 lead heading into the second period. Greg Linnelli with you, Bobby the Chief Taylor, Ben Pierce, Eric Erlinson are with us right now to talk about it. Also, too, we'll hear from Mish and his sit-down with Jeff Halpern coming up in just a bit. But, Chief, that was a pretty good first period, wasn't it?
It really was. I thought their pace was a lot better than it has been the first two games. And also, too, you know, their puck retrieval is getting to be a lot stronger. And that's where they really pay dividends for this team. And what I liked about it with Cirelli's second goal, you know, that goaltender, Corpusalo, he flattens out in the net when the puck's down low. In other words, instead of staying in line with the shooter, he laced in line with the goal line. And that opens up that far side, and Cirelli just put it right where he's supposed to. And it was really, really a smart play by him.
The juggling of the lines, at least today, so far, so good?
Yeah, it's amazing how good the coach looks when that comes together. Like that, look, we saw those lines to close the game the other night against New Jersey with Hagel up with Point and Kucherov, and Cirelli with Gensel and Gonsalves. And certainly we talked about in pregame, right? You need that second line to be an offensive line as well. And sure enough, they've accounted for both the goals here today. And boy, what a smart player Jake Gensel is. He always just seems to be in the right part of the ice. He always just seems to make the right decision with the puck. It's just amazing the difference a guy can make when you just think the game the way that Jake Gensel thinks the game. And certainly, you know, to pick off that pass to set up the second goal, just reading the play so well. And and Chief mentioned the puck retrieval, like the forecheck has been established, right? That's kind of what we wanted to see from this team, and it's led to some offensive zone time. I think they're still giving up too many chances against on the rush, for sure. But they're getting out a little bit cleaner out of their own zone, which is key to establishing that forecheck, and that's kind of the first step in that process.
One of the things, guys, when you take a look at it, making that move, Hagel up with Point and Kucherov and Gensel back down, you have two really good playmakers on both lines now. Gensel is a way better playmaker than people give him credit for. Then you got Kuch in the first line, so you got two wingers that can really play and really set up players. And that play from Gensel to Cirelli was really nice. I mean, most times people would shoot there. That's where your goalie will expect the shot from. He wasn't, so as he made the pass, he kind of catches him on his heels. So you got two really good playmakers on two lines now.
Ben, what say you?
I think the most impressive part for me with Jake Gensel in that period was the defense, right? Like both of those goals, he gets the primary assist, but he starts both of those plays by forcing turnovers. E mentioned picking off the pass in the second goal, but Gensel forces the turnover in the neutral zone on that first goal for Cirelli too. So I think the fact that you're seeing that effort out of Jake Gensel in literally all three zones is really big. And especially when you have a team that's 0-2, you want to see that focus, especially in the defensive zone. But to see it in the neutral zone as well, where that's a guy who's always looking to make a play and maybe sneak up on guys, that's big. And for Jake Gensel, he's a guy who can play on that first unit with Kucherov and Point, as we saw last year. But to have the ability to go up and down the lineup a little bit in the top six is just another weapon. I really like the way he played defensively to set up both of those goals too.
It all starts defensively. There's no doubt about that. Boys, hang tight. One moment. We want to get to Mish with a Lightning coach, Jeff Halpern. Let's get to that right now on Lightning Radio.
Well, Halpy, I know it's just 20 minutes, but at least from up here, it looked like the Lightning were a lot more in sync than what we saw for much of the first two games. What did you like about the first period?
I like the support up the ice. I thought we did a good job, not just on the rush, but on the forecheck and coming up with pucks down there. And a lot of it had to do with how close we were together. And whenever you see a game and you see one team where they have all their guys kind of around the puck, it's usually a good sign.
So you guys did force some turnovers. Some were on the forecheck, some were on the back check, like Gensel stripped McAvoy in the first goal. What are you guys doing well to maybe make things a little uncomfortable for them?
That was just work ethic. That's just a really good play by Gens and on the back check. I think for the forwards, their job is always to hunt the puck. I think at our red line, our blue line, you start sorting things out, but it's up to them to try to catch the puck as quick as possible, and Gens did a good job.
Hoppy, thanks.
Thanks, man.
All right, Jeff Halpern for the locker room. Greg?
Thanks, guys. That interview was brought to us by Advent Health, the official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And don't forget, see why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive to stay protected on the road. See for yourself at progressive.com. Chief, he talked about Jeff Halpern did puck support. So vital, isn't it, when you're talking about doing some things offensively and defensively?
No question. It's playing smart now. I mean, you got to make sure that you understand what the game and how it's going to be played. And, that puck carrier, has to make sure, if he does get checked, you got to have a guy that's being able to be in a position to go back or else go to that point, puck carrier or the defender rather, and force him into another mistake. But, when you're playing wide open and everybody's going and you're getting 3 and 4 guys caught on every opportunity in the offensive zone, you're not supporting the puck at all. And, that's the one thing that they can do and really change things around here.
E, what are you looking for coming up here in the second? You got to expect Boston will push even more, and they did have some looks. Johansson was good.
He was. He was really good in preseason. The games that he got in. So it's nice to see that continue, even though it's been a couple of weeks since his last appearance. The second period, as we talked about in the Ottawa game, sometimes gives this team some issues at various points throughout the year, and it started off that way in game one. So you just continue to tighten up. Keep that forecheck going, but be aware of plays off the rush, especially with guys like David Pastrnak, who's so dangerous anytime the puck is on his stick, and just make sure you're taking away that time and space off the rush, because the chances that the Bruins created, most of them did come off of the rush attempts that the Lightning did give up.
Ben, what say you coming up here in the second?
I think just a lot of the same. I really like the fact that they weren't afraid to shoot the puck. We saw Bjorkstrand shooting, and even Cirelli and Point as well, obviously getting involved. But just getting the puck in deep, and if you don't have maybe the easiest way to get to the puck on the forecheck, don't be afraid to put that puck on net. I like that they weren't afraid to do that as well. Just play offensively. We saw a couple of post-whistle skirmishes, like we said, but I like that we saw a lot of hockey plays that period. Let's keep that going here in period 2.
All right, boys, appreciate you. We'll do it again during our second intermission report. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
All right, there they go. Eric Rollins and Bobby the Chief Taylor and Ben Pierce. Head to Glory Days, Odessa tomorrow night for our first Lightning watch party of the season, presented by Glory Days. The party starts at 6 p.m. before the Lightning take on the Caps. Thunderbug and the Blue Crew will be there giving out autographed prizes and more. Go to TampaBayLightning.com/watch parties for more information. Let's pause 10 seconds so stations can identify themselves right here on Lightning Radio.
The Bone, WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete, and 107.3 WXGL HD2, St. Pete. The Bone is the official Tampa Bay Lightning radio station.
With Spectrum, it's only getting all of the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps and live TV included at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com. All right, it is 2-0 Tampa Bay at the end of 20 minutes. If you're just joining us this afternoon, Cirelli with 2 goals, his first 2 of the year. Boston out shooting Tampa Bay 11-9. Boston has won 78% of the faceoffs, and Tampa Bay at 22%. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Boston credited with 10 hits. Tampa Bay with 6. Tampa Bay with 2 block shots. Boston with 3. And again, Jonas Johansson in net this afternoon for the Lightning. When we return, Mish will have the second period call on Lightning Radio.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot height. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays. It's only getting all the sports with over 100 hours worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Renewal by Andersen has Fall Savings Month going on right now. 20% off replacement windows and patio doors through the entire month of October. Plus, no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. They do phenomenal work. They will make your house even more beautiful than I'm sure it already is. Renewal by Andersen, superior products, exceptional service. bestwindowsflorida.com, license number CGC 1527613. I don't need to tell you that storm season is here, and so far we've been dodging bullets like crazy, but Universal Roof and Contracting wants to make sure that roof over your family's head is going to protect you just in case we do get hit by a major storm. They've got 32 years of experience you can trust, and they will offer you a free roof inspection by going to universalroof.com. If you need a roof replacement, they'll do it for 20% off. That's universalroof.com for Universal Roof and Contracting.
I started using when I was 13. It was like, oh, well, they're medications. They can't be that dangerous. I didn't even realize that I needed help until like the day that I got arrested. I have been able to accomplish a lot in my recovery. I just want to be happy and I want to thrive in my life.
If you're struggling with prescription opioids, there is hope. Recovery is possible. Contact Central Florida Behavioral Health Network at cfbhn.org. Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Score! Rated points! Another overtime winner! The second period of tonight's Tampa Bay Lightning game is presented by Advent Health, the official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Here's Dave Mishkin.
Good start for the Lightning on this Monday afternoon. In Boston, they lead 2-0 heading into period 2. Jonas Johansson will be in the net to my left for the second period. And Jonas Korpisalo down to the goal to my right. When the Lightning win, you get 50% off your favorite pizzas from Papa John's the next day. Just use promo code BOLTSW when you order online or on the app. Papa John's is the official pizza partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning. With Marathon Rewards, earn on every fill-up, bank your rewards, and choose when you save on fuel. Join in seconds to save up to $1 per gallon. So, look, it was not a picture-perfect first period for the Lightning. They still had a few turnovers. They had some breakdowns. Johansson had to make some tough saves, 11 in all. 2 right at the end of the period, or I should say 1 at the end of the period. I thought it was a McAvoy shot on net. Pastrnak actually deflected the one-timer and then had the rebound go over his stick. That was one of the better chances the Bruins had. But I think the Lightning had more chances, even though they had fewer shots on net. Korpisalo dealt with maybe 3 to 4 grade A chances that he stopped, and then he didn't stop the 2 from Cirelli. But to some extent, the Lightning are where they were at on opening night, up by 2 heading into the second against Ottawa, and Ottawa got back one of those goals in the opening minute of the second period, and that kind of changed the complexion of the rest of the game. So let's see if the Lightning can maintain this 2-goal lead a little farther into the game than they did last Thursday. The mixed up lines and the new line combinations, I think, have worked well, though, for the Lightning. I mentioned Gord Bjorkstrand and Pontus Holmberg. They were a line that had a very effective first period, and certainly the Cirelli line with 2 goals was not only effective but productive in the opening period. Gord and Minton at center ice. Second period, the period of the long change. Your defensive zone is across the red line from your bench. Ready to go in period 2. Draw is won by Gore. The Lightning went just 4 and 14 in the circle in the first, but they win the draw to start the second. Moser behind his own net, check, but feeds Hedman. Up the near boards, it is Bjorkstrand turning it out. Holmberg. Pontus Holmberg back from Bjorkstrand to the red line. He'll wrist it in. Moser plays the Karen left corner behind the net. Gord. Yanni Gord chips for Bjorkstrand in the right corner. Bumped by Janot. Gets away. Rattles it back to Moser at the left point. J.J. Moser. Left circle Gord. Left circle Pontus Holmberg. Holmberg tied up by Tanner Janot. They kind of cancel each other out. Puck is grabbed by Pete. Couldn't clear. Held in Moser. Feed in front. Holmberg feeds it to Gord. Score! What a pass by Pontus Holmberg! And Moser started the play intercepting the clearing attempt. The Bruins were leaving the zone, so it turned into a 2-on-1 down low. Holmberg looked like he had a path to the net. Instead, with Harris defending, he wheeled and fed Gord, who had a wide-open net. It's 3-0 Lightning. First point as a member of the Lightning for Pontus Holmberg. So it's the Lightning to score in the opening minute. I mentioned that Ottawa game. The Sens scored in the opening minute to make a 3-1 Lightning lead 3-2. This 2-0 Lightning lead becomes 3-0. As Yanni scores his second of the year, goals in back-to-back games. Holmberg and Moser assist. Here's Chernak going to work in the Lightning end, getting checked. McDonough follows up. Behind the net, Jake Gensel. Nice Alex Sorelli up the right side at center, 2-on-2 across the blue line center point. Looks for Gage Gonsalves left circle. A little too far in front of him, and McAvoy delivers it out. Middlestat to Pavel Zacha at center. Across the blue line, right circle. It is Arvidsson feeding Middlestat, and he scores from the slot. So the Bruins answer on the very next shift. And they get the goal back. They make it 3-1. Middlestat will score his second of the year. Just a pretty simple play off the rush. And a clean shot from the slot. Up and over the stick of Johansson. A very nice shot from Casey Middlestat. Arvidsson and Zacha assist. Chernak was defending, trying to get a stick on the shot to deflect it away, but he missed. So the goals come 30 seconds apart. So it's 3-1. Center ice face-up win for Lindholm. Stumped in by Morgan Geekie. Here's McDonough into the far corner point. Left wing Hagel. Goes cross ice McDonough. Tough pass. McDonough has to chase it. Up the middle point. Now to Kucherov. Kucherov weaves to center ice. Right wing Brandon Hagel. Walks it across the Boston line. Hagel pulls up right circle. Brandon Hagel feeds it. Center point McDonough. Shoots blocked. Puck held in though by Hagel. Right point. 3-1 Lightning in the second right corner point. Right circle Hagel behind the net to Kucherov. Kucherov chips it to Ryan McDonough left circle. Back behind the net Kucherov bumping him Zadora, but the puck played by Braden Point left circle. Point dances center point. Left point McDonough goes deep behind the net Hagel. Tried to shoot off the goalie and in, hit the side of the net. Following up Point. Good shift here for the Lightning. Braden Point left point. Left point McDonough. Center point Moser. Right circle Kucherov. Shoot, save made. The rebound Point tracks at left corner. Braden Point to the left circle. Bumping him is Elias Lindholm, and Pasternak collects. Pasternak flips it high in the air out of the zone. Maybe an icing. No, they're going to wave it off. Hedman directs it up the near boards. Tough play from McDonough. He makes a good play, though, to arm it out of the zone. 3-1 Lightning in the second. Here's Peak, right wing. Kusnadinov deflects it in. Johansson slings this puck around the far boards, held in by Peak, right point. He shoots, tipped over the net by Sean Corrali. Rebound, Castle Lake at the left circle is checked by Douglas. Where's the puck? It comes free to Jordan Harris, left point. Harris shoots, block, rebound, Castle Lake shoots just off the side of the net. Lightning need a clear here. Castle Lake left circle, left point Harris. Jordan Harris shoots wide left. The rebound comes in front. Hedman trying to clear it, held in Harris, left point. Not well done by the Lightning. Hedman again to the Lightning near corner. Is bumped by Hustendina. Peak grabs a drop pass out of the reach of Andrew Peak at the right point. It slides down the ice. Peak a regroup in his own end. 3-1 Lightning, early second. Peak walks it up the middle. Left wing feed Asimont. Into the Lightning zone. Squeezes free left circle shot. Pad save made by Johansson. Puck is loose. Crozier up the near boards Gord. Out Oliver Bjorkstrand at center. Left wing, Pontus Holmberg. Chases it across the blue line, jostling with McAvoy. McAvoy holding on to Holmberg's stick. They don't call a penalty. Fans wanted a penalty on Holmberg. Puck alive for Crozier. Right circle shot. Save made. Rebound. Bjorkstrand shoots wide. Score! Holmberg! Bjorkstrand's shot was going wide of the net, but it hit Holmberg on the side of the goal. He had a wide open cage. What did I say about this line in the first period? They have 2 goals in the second, and the Lightning back up by 3, 4-1. So 2 points for Holmberg. A beautiful assist on Gord's open netter, and that one an open net for Holmberg. So the teams combined for 3 goals in the opening 3:37 of the second. Bjorkstrand gets the primary assist. We'll check in the second one when they announce it. All right. Board shift after a goal. Janot feeds McAvoy. Right circle shot just wide left. Lightning really have to settle down here. There's a left point shot from Lorei. Block rebound to the right circle. Shot just wide right by Mittelstadt. A puck alive for Lorei left point. Cross ice. Asimon right circle. Asimon check. Lightning need a clear. Cirelli at the far boards. Gensel taps for Moser. Couldn't get it out. Held in McAvoy right point. A pass stolen away by Moser. He'll golf it out. Push back from the Bruins right there. 4-1 the Lightning lead in the second. Lorei maneuvers it to center ice. Moser knocks it down and sweeps it in. Gonçalves pursues. Lorei's got it first. Right wing to McAvoy. Out to center ice. Fraser Minton deflects this in. Tough pass. It comes to Janot. Right circle. High slide. Asimon off his stick. He would have had a chance to shoot right there. Jake Gensel the other way. 4-1 Lightning in the second. Gensel to the red line. Bounces it in. 4.5 played in the second. Winding up is Yuki Harju. Headman feed to center ice, and Victor Arvidsson lifts it in. Lilleberg pursues by the Lightning net. Golfs it up the near boards. Held in Mittelstadt. A centering pass taken away by Brandon Hagel. He'll headman it out. Kucherov to center, 3-on-3. Kucherov, a cross ice feed, not a good one. Blocked by Zadorov. Here's a counter. Left side feed Arvidsson. Good stick right there. Hagel broke up the pass. Who's got the puck? Hagel does. 2-on-1 across the line. Hagel 3-on-1. Hagel in front point. Back for Hagel. Shoots off the side of the net. He had an open net, and then he tried to center it, and it went off the side of the net. He ran out of room right there. The Lightning almost had a 5th goal. Arvidsson will deal it into the Lightning end. McDonough picks it up. A quick reversal on the right side, Hagel. A 3-on-1, the Lightning almost scored. Kucherov at the right point. Cross ice point, left corner. Point check by Harris. Hagel follows up right circle. Brandon Hagel tied up by Harris up the near boards. Pasternak out to center ice, 2-on-1. Here comes Harris on the left wing. Cross the blue line, left circle. Harris shoots, score. Lightning are getting greedy for offense right now. Jordan Harris makes it 4-2. The Lightning have enough goals to win this game right now. You score 4 on the road, you should win. The Lightning have to worry about their own net. They've given up goals shortly after they themselves have scored here in the second. That was an ill-advised pinch, and it led to a 2-on-1. Harris beating Johansson from the left circle. Harris gets his first of the year. So this goal less than 2 minutes after Holmberg made it 4-1. The Lightning almost had a 5th goal. Hagel on a 3-on-1. Couldn't quite finish at the side of the net. He ran out of room. So 4 goals in the opening 5:31 of the second. And the Lightning back up by only 2. Cirelli wins the center ice faceoff. Hedman to the Lightning far corner. Flips it out. Puck bounces to Gage Gonçalves at center over his stick. Morgan Geekie cranks for Pasternak, dumps it in. Moser knocks it down. On the right side, Gonçalves, left wing Hedman. Nice lead feed, Gensel. Across the Boston line, Jake Gensel cuts to the left circle, left corner, Cirelli. Cirelli goes cross ice. Gage Gonçalves traps it down right point. Gonçalves delivers it behind the net, Cirelli. Lightning want a no-zone shift here. They've given up 2 goals off the rush. Cirelli jostling with Harris. Cirelli kicks it for Gensel behind the net. 4-2 Lightning in the second. Left point Hedman. Works for Gonçalves behind the net off his stick. Grabbing it is Harris. The near board's not out. Held in Cirelli. Right point. Right corner Gonçalves. Maneuvers a cross ice for Gensel. Lindholm on it first. Deals to Pasternak at center ice. He'll chip it into the Lightning end. Nearly 6.5 played in the second. 4-2 Lightning. Moser for Gonçalves at center across the blue line. Got flattened by Lindholm, and the penalty is not going to be called, I don't think, but it will be called for an offside. We get a TV timeout here. He had the puck when he hit him, but he made a little stick handling move, and that threw the play offside. 4-2 Lightning in the second on Lightning Radio.
Look closely at the Ford F-150
And you'll see more than just a truck. You'll see hard work, a great adventure, and so much more. Inside and Out, it's designed for the family, the road trip, and the most demanding job. Just another reason why Ford F-Series has been the best-selling truck in America for 48 straight years. The Ford F-150. It's time to see Ford in a new light. Come in today for a great deal on a 2025 Ford F-150. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Bolts Nation, it's never been easier to watch Lightning hockey live and on demand. Anywhere, anytime. Never miss a second of the action. For less than $1 a game, stream exclusively on the official Tampa Bay Lightning app. Watch all season long. Plus, replay the action, relive the highlights, and watch even more exclusive team content. Just download the official Lightning app.
NHL fans, give yourself some great looks this season and get Lightning tickets at Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Tampa Bay Lightning and the NHL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game, so you can catch all the action live all season long. If your plans change, you can sell or transfer your tickets, and mobile tickets make it easy to get into the arena in time for puck drop. With Ticketmaster, you'll ensure that when they shoot, you'll score. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Lightning.
This is Lightning Radio.
Well, goals aplenty so far in the second period, which is only 6.5 minutes old. Each team scoring twice. Gord from Holmberg and Moser at 39 seconds. Mittelstadt from Arvidsson and Zaka at 109. Holmberg from Bjorkstrand and Crozier. Crozier 3 assists in his last 2 games at 3:37. But the Lightning surrender a 2-on-1. Harris gets his first from Pasternak at 5:31. I mentioned it when the Harris goal went in, a 2-on-1 that you allow because you're pinching at the offensive blue line up 4-1 is just an unnecessary play. So Lightning need to reel in their game defensively, take what the Bruins give them. The Bruins are going to have to press. They're down in the game. Corrali and Gord in the neutral zone, 50-50, won by the Bruins. Lohrei will dump it to the Lightning line, and here's Corrali into the Lightning end left circle. Shoot, save made Johansson, and he holds on. Tricky little shot there from Sean Corrali. Looked like he was going to pass to Kastelik. Instead, he shot it. And we have a penalty coming up here. Let's see what's going on. Might be on the Lightning, unfortunately. What's going on, Holmberg? A post-whistle penalty that Kastelik drew.
Tampa, number 29, 2 minutes for holding.
Holding is the call. Thought it happened after the whistle. So the Bruins will go on the power play and chance to make this a 1-goal game. Slide insurance penalty kill number 2 in the game for the Lightning. They did kill off the first one. But no doubt they have opened the door here for the Bruins to get back in the game. Cirelli and Elias Lindholm to the left of Johansson. Puck not dropped. Now it is won by Lindholm. McAvoy controls at the right point, angle center point. Right circle, Morgan Geekie. Center point, Pasternak. Left circle, McAvoy shoots. Blocked away by Johansson. Might have been going wide. Here's Zaka behind the net. Pavel Zaka flips to Morgan Geekie over his stick. Pasternak hustles to the right point, holds it in, and shoots. That got through. Save made by Johansson. Hagel will dump it down the middle of the ice in on Korpisalo. 1:38 left in the Bruins power play. 4-2 Lightning in the second. McAvoy rumbles to center ice. Dishes for Zaka. And now it's Elias Lindholm across the line. Ran into a Hagel poke check, and Hagel one times it back down the ice. Bruins move right to left in the second. They have 1:21 left in their power play. McAvoy winds up. Charlie McAvoy. Drop pass to Elias Lindholm. He'll pedal out towards center ice. Gives to Zaka. Across the blue line. Ran into a poke check. Puck out of the zone. Here's a counter. Gensel shorthanded with Gord. 2-on-2. Gensel across the blue line right circle. Gensel holds. A pass in front. Looking for Gord. Taking away Morgan Geekie. Morgan Geekie behind the Bruins net. Hounded by Gord. Gets away. 55 seconds left in the power play. Morgan Geekie. Slowly to center ice. Now he'll accelerate across the line. Drop it for Husnudinov. Right circle. Right point Mason Lohrei. Back for Marat Husnudinov at the right point. A pass blocked. Comes back to him at the right point. Husnudinov. Right circle Lindholm. Center point Lohrei. Lorai shoots, blocked in front by Hedman. Moser after that rebound, dislodges it for Hedman. Victor has time here to feed it out. Gensel shorthanded, 1-on-1 against Lorai. Gensel slowly down the right wing, cross the blue line, blew a tire. Now the Bruins counter with numbers. Here's Pasternak in the left wing, 20 in the power play into the Lightning zone. David Pasternak, center point, left circle, Lorai open, shoots wide left. Lightning got back defensively. Pasternak in the right corner, checked, but the puck bobbles to Middlestad left corner. Left point, Lorai, 8 in the power play. Right circle, it is McAvoy, fumbles it. Hedman's going to grab it. Victor needs a clear. He couldn't get it out. Oh, it got blocked by Pasternak, but came out of the zone. Penalty up. Hagel to center. Bruins 0 for 2 in the game of the power play. Hagel across the Boston line. Got stripped by Middlestad. The Lightning are trying to get a change here. A counter for Arvidsson. Lightning back defensively. Arvidsson rattles it in. 4-2 Lightning in the second. McDonough works for Kucherov. Left side feed Point. Point settles the puck down and rushes up the left side at center. Bangs it in. Back to get it Zadorov. Zadorov fumbles it. Flips it out of the zone. Max Crozier gloves it down with 10:50 left in the second. 4-2 Lightning. Crozier up the middle. Kucherov. Cross-ice feed blocked by Corrali. Tricky play there. Kucherov follows up and delivers to Chaffee. Mitchell Chaffee nudges it in. Here's Henry Jokiharju of the Bruins. Right wing Corrali at center. Corrali checked. Dumps it in. Crozier hot potatoes it out. Lilleberg. A pass taken away Corrali. Smart dump to the Lightning near corner. Kastelik pursues. Kastelik is jostled by Crozier. The Lightning get the puck back. Lilleberg behind the Lightning net. Lilleberg hounded by Janot. Trying to force it out. It did not get out. Crozier has to regroup in the far corner. Up the far boards. Lilleberg needs a clear here. Up the left wing, it's Point. And he'll walk into center ice. Back for Emil Lilleberg in the left wing. Across the Boston line. Lilleberg rumbles left corner. Centers it. That went off the goalie Korpisalo and deflects out of play. Stopping the clock with 10:02 left in the second. Definitely a push from the Bruins here. Lightning did well to get through that penalty kill to keep the game 4-2. Connor Geekie out for the offensive zone faceoff against Fraser Minton to the right of Korpisalo. .50-50, won by the Bruins. Douglas pursues it to the far corner, trying to tie up Peak. Husnudinov trying to clear, gets help from Harris. Behind the net, Peak. Andrew Peak up the near boards. It's Asimont. He'll scoop it high in the air out of the zone. Crozier gloves it down and golfs it back in. Here's Asimont. Giving to Harris, back for Mikey Asimont. 9:40 left in the second. Asimont rushes up the middle at center. Into the Lightning zone. Center point shot wide left. Rebound Asimont in the left corner. Checked by Lilleberg. The puck is alive. Minton looks to keep it alive. Left circle. Husnudinov to the left point. Harris. Penalty coming up here, I think. Lilleberg lost his helmet. We're going to get one penalty on each side. We'll check on the calls when we come back. 9:26 left in the second. 4-2 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
Jack Daniels is proudly served in fine establishments, questionable joints, and everywhere in between. So, no matter where you go, in every bar, you'll always know someone by name.
Jack. Jack and Coke?
Shot of Jack?
Jack Daniels, please.
Right away.
And that's what makes Jack, Jack.
Please drink responsibly. Responsibility.org. Jack Daniels and Old No. 7 are registered trademarks. Copyright 2025 Jack Daniels. Tennessee whiskey. 40% alcohol by volume. 80 proof.
Since 1889, the Tampa YMCA has been at the heart of our community, dedicated to inspiring health and well-being across Tampa Bay. The Tampa Metropolitan Area YMCA is committed to building healthy, confident, connected, and secure communities, meeting each individual where they are and helping them reach their most fulfilled life. Join us today and be a part of something bigger, the Y, where history meets hope and every day is an opportunity to grow. For more information on how to become involved, visit us at tampaymca.org. The Y, strengthening our community, one life at a time.
It's hockey season, Tampa Bay.
Should score! What a shot!
And Chick-fil-A would like to invite you to feed hunger lightning fast with catering. Order one of your favorite Chick-fil-A catering trays for the whole family today and pick it up before the game. This season, spend less time worrying about meal prep and cleanup and more time sharing good times with friends and family. If winning game night is your goal, a Chick-fil-A catering tray is the right play for you. Order yours today through the Chick-fil-A app. Go Bolts!
Save it again by Vasilevsky!
This is Lightning Radio.
Minor penalties on Lilleberg and Asimont. Lilleberg got 2 for holding. Asimont got 2 for removing Lilleberg's helmet, roughing essentially. So we'll get 2 minutes of 4-on-4 hockey. Starting with a draw to the right of Johansson. Each team with 2 goals in the second. Bruins since then have had a power play, unsuccessful power play. Could make an argument on that 3-on-1 had the Lightning converted, would have been 5-1 that they overpassed, but you know, the Holmberg pass to Gord for the open net was a pass, and if the pass gets there at the right time, the player has an open 4x6. So sometimes it's the right play. That one point to Hagel. Hagel just ran out of room and couldn't quite finesse it in, and then the Bruins countered and scored to make it 4-2. Lindholm and point to the right of Johansson. Won by Lindholm, and no one was covering the left point for the Bruins. It rolls out of the zone. Nikita Zadorov slides for Elias Lindholm. Right side feed, Yoki Haru has room to the Lightning end right circle. He shoots over the net. Rebound, trap down Pastrnak, left point. Right point, Yoki Haru, or Lindholm rather, he'll retreat to center ice. Back for Nikita Zadorov in the left wing. Right wing Pastrnak, across the Lightning line. Pastrnak spins it in front. And pinching was Lindholm. He couldn't settle it down, and he got stripped behind the net by McDonough. McDonough pass stolen by Pastrnak. Fortunately, fumbles it out of the zone. Lightning really have to clean things up in their own zone. Pastrnak back across the Lightning line. High slot. Pastrnak right circle. Shoots. Blocked. Rebound Pastrnak behind the net. Checked. Cirelli just got hooked. No call. McDonough behind the Lightning net. Reverses for Chernak. 4-on-4 hockey. Chernak leaves it for point under some pressure. Around to the far side, McDonough under pressure. McDonough squeezes through a Lindholm check. Now he's bumped by Pastrnak, a steal. Centers it off a skate. Lorei left circle. Shoots. Save made Johansson. The Lightning having a complete breakdown in their own zone during this 4-on-4. They had like no puck possession. When they had it, they were not making good plays with the puck to alleviate pressure. And they caught some breaks as the Bruins are unable to quite finesse the puck to a guy in a position to shoot and score. Very tough sequence for the Lightning. 4-2 they lead. 8:27 left in the second. Zacha and Gore to the right of Johansson. One for Geekie. He scores from the left circle. Well, I mean, you could see this coming a mile away. The Lightning have fed the Bruins attack. They've gained momentum. Morgan Geekie has scored to make it 4-3. A beautiful shot off the faceoff. And the Lightning lead is now 1. Morgan Geekie, who eclipsed 30 goals last year. Zacha will get the assist at 11:35. Morgan Geekie, second of the year. Lightning struggled in the circle in the first period. It didn't really hurt them, but it has certainly been a situation where they've lost more faceoffs than they've won, and that one did hurt. Here's Lorei continuing the 4-on-4 in the Bruins zone. Chips to Geekie at center ice. He is checked. Following up, though, is McAvoy. Puck finding Bruins sticks. McAvoy dumps it in. Hedman the other way. Left side feed Gensel. Into the Boston zone. He pulls up left circle. Still a 4-on-4. Gensel cross ice Kucherov right point. Off his stick. And he couldn't hold it in. Gensel regroups at center ice. Up the middle, Hedman. 33 seconds left in the 4-on-4. It's 4-3 Lightning. Hedman right wing to Kucherov. Back for Hedman. And again, Kucherov, tough pass, handcuffed him. Gensel follows up for Hedman. At least the Lightning are having possession. Hedman back for Kucherov, and again, Hedman up the middle. Cross the blue line, left circle, Gensel. Cross for Kucherov at the right point. Kucherov in the 4-on-4, right circle, Gensel. High slide, Kucherov. Shoots, and that was tipped in front, I think, off a Bruin stick to flex out of play. In 5 seconds, Lilleberg and Acimont leave the penalty box. The Lightning were a Hagel shot away from being up 5-1. Had an open net and was a little too far down low to finish. And since then, the Bruins have scored 2 unanswered goals. So it's 4-3. Middlestad and Cirelli to the right of Korpisalo. Won by the Bruins. Jordan Harris behind his own net. We are back to 5-on-5. Harris, right wing, Andrew Peak. Bruins go right to left here in the second. Peak to center ice. Flips it in. McDonough's got it by the Lightning net. Pumps it around the near boards. Crozier. Little outlet, Hagel to center. Brandon Hagel across the Boston line. Wants to drop for Cirelli right circle. Cirelli got stripped. Puck taken away by Middlestad. It slides down the ice. Pursuing is Asimov, but Crozier's got it first. Crozier. Good pass to Hagel at center ice. Hagel connects with Gage Gonçalves. They'll try and chip it in. It's blocked by Harris, though. Right side feed. Victor Arvidsson dumps this in on Johansson. Blockers it away, but blocking it right to Arvidsson. He'll rattle it by the Lightning net. McDonough on block. McDonough pass stolen. Pasternak. Pasternak centers it. He had a man open to the back post. Lindholm and missed his stick. Fortunately, now centering feed Jokiharju deflects to Pasternak center point. Shoots wide left. More pressure from Boston. Lightning have to alleviate this pressure. McDonough slides it up the near boards. Gage Gonçalves. He'll bang it out. 6:23 left in the period. 4-3 the Lightning lead, but the Bruins have momentum right now. Jokiharju to Lindholm at center ice. Slips it in. McDonough needs to clear. He will. Bjorkstrand at center. A pass blocked by Lindholm. Goes cross ice to Nikita Zadorov. Zadorov launches it in. A puck alive for Holmberg in the Lightning far corner. Looking for support. Instead, it was almost stolen by Lohrei, but Chernak comes up with it. Right wing Bjorkstrand at center. Bjorkstrand across the blue line, right point. Right circle, Chernak. Centers it, save made. Rebound, Holmberg, save made. Korpisalo. Holmberg almost had another. It's cleared by Corrali to center. Big save, Korpisalo. Bjorkstrand pumps it back in with 5:42 left in the period. Korpisalo stumbles by the net, gets back up, feeds in the near corner. Holmberg made a steal. The Bruin player fell, and they're going to get Holmberg for a trip. So the Bruins get another power play. When we come back, 4-3 Lightning in the second on Lightning Radio.
29, minor penalty tripping.
Whether it's training day, game day,
Pass to the corner. He scores!
or recovery day, Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel whole. Advent Health, official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Follow the Lightning Audio Network on social media. We're at Bolts Radio on Facebook, Instagram, X, Blue Sky, Threads, and YouTube. Get the latest on our broadcasts and podcasts, Dave Mishkin highlights. Watch shows live and more. Follow at Bolts Radio in your favorite social media app.
Lightning fans, it's time to save big on Bubble Days at Bubble Down Car Wash. Wear your Tampa Bay Lightning gear Monday through Friday and get your car washed for just $5 all season long. Support your favorite team and keep your ride shining with this amazing deal. Clean cars, big savings, and unbelievable service. That's what makes us the bestest car wash in town. Get the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down. Bubble Down Car Wash, a proud partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Hey Lightning fans, don't let cold and flu symptoms keep you on the bench. Power through your day with Mucinex Kickstart. Fast, all-in-one, and done relief with a jolt of instant cooling sensation. That's a game-winning play. Relief with a kick. Mucinex Kickstart. Go Bolts. Use as directed.
This is Lightning Radio.
Well, the Lightning going back on the penalty kill. Slide Insurance penalty kill number 3. And this time, if they don't get through it, the game will be tied. They were up 4-1 and had a chance off the rush to make it 5-1 on a 3-on-1. Didn't convert. 2-on-1 goal for Harris, and then a goal off a face-off during a 4-on-4 for Morgan Geekie. But the Bruins have carried play since the Harris goal, made it 4-2. The Lightning have surrendered momentum, and they have to really dig in here to try and get through this penalty kill with their lead intact. Elias Lindholm and Cirelli to the left of Johansson. The crowd has been energized. The Bruins are playing very well right now. Lindholm wins the draw. McAvoy, center point, Pasternak, shoots, save made. Rebound is alive. Cirelli flips it up the middle. Hagel bumps for Chernak. Back for Hagel. Shorthanded to center, waits at the red line. Drops it for Cirelli, killing time for Chernak in the Lightning end. Now to Ryan McDonough on the left wing. Playing catch, left wing Hagel. Turns for Chernak. Chernak will walk it shorthanded across the blue line. High slot Cirelli off his stick, but Hagel follows up left circle. Shoots, save made Korpisalo. Tries to keep play going. He'll shovel it to the near corner. Cirelli is there. Cirelli holds on to it. Good job by the Lightning up ice, killing some time off this penalty. Finally, Zacha grabs. 1:25 in the power play. Zacha to Pasternak at center ice. Gains the red line. Across the blue line, a pass went behind Zacha. Stealing it is Gord. One-on-one on a counter shorthanded. Across the blue line now with Gensel. Gord left circle. Centers it. And it came in on the goalie. Korpisalo knocks it away. Picking it up is Lindholm. A feed to center ice. Grabbed by Zacha. Zaka across the blue line, right point Morgan Geekie. Geekie is checked, puck out of the zone. Good job of the Lightning on this penalty kill so far. 56 seconds left in it. Morgan Geekie retreats for the Bruins to his own end. Right wing Lohrei. Mason Lohrei rumbles up the middle at center. Into the Lightning zone, pulls up left point. Left circle, it's Arvidsson. Shooting, save made by Johansson. Moser on the rebound behind the net. Tied up by Husnudinov. Gord grabs, couldn't clear. Gave it right to Lohrei, left circle. He's open. Shoots off the goalpost. That was a bad clear by the Lightning and almost cost them. Middlestad along the far boards, checked by Hagel. Hagel looking for the puck. There with Hedman. Comes free. Husnudinov. Center point Lohrei. Left circle Pasternak. Cross ice feed Lohrei. Right circle. Centers it for a tip from Arvidsson just wide left. Long rebound Gord. And Gord will pump it down the near side, the length of the ice. 16 seconds left in the kill. Both teams have had chances during this Bruins power play. Still 4-3 Lightning. Mason Lohrei to center. Right wing Middlestad to the red line. Across the blue line, left point Jokiharju, left circle Middlestad. Takes a hard check from Chernak. Husnudinov follows up. Husnudinov dislodges it from Middlestad. The penalty is up. Left circle Lohrei shoots just wide right. Didn't miss by much. Boy, he has been ripping shots during this power play, and right at the end of it, Cirelli in the Lightning far corner scoops it high in the air, and it does get out of the zone. Gensel is after it. Wins it for Holmberg. He'll nudge it in. Bruins are 0 for 3 in the game in the power play. Let's see if the Lightning get the next power play. They've only had one tonight. Here's Sean Corrali at center ice, scooping this in. Back to get it is Lilleberg in the Lightning near corner. Zips it around the far boards. Blocking it is Peak at the right point. Peak, a pass, deflects to Corrali. Puck finding Bruins players. Right circle shot, Jeannot blocked by Chernak, and it deflects out of play. Lightning get through the kill. Bruins are 0 for 3 in the game in the power play, but the Bruins continue to apply pressure here for the bulk of the second period. They have cut a 4-1 Lightning lead to 4-3. Face-off in the Tampa Bay end to the left of Johansson. Lightning send out Connor Geekie for the face-off. Joining Point and Kucherov. Hagel had a couple of tough shifts during that penalty kill, in that he was out there for a lot of it. Kastelik and Connor Geekie, and it's one for Lilleberg. He does clear. This is not an icing, I don't believe, no. Zadorov collects behind the Bruins net. Long toss Kastelik at center ice, checked by Crozier. Lightning come up with the puck. Kucherov to Braden Point at center ice. Point bangs it in. 2:38 left in the period. Crozier after it to the right circle, checked by Zadorov, but stays with it. Lightning looking for the puck. Instead it comes to Husnudinov. He'll flip it out. Connor Geekie maneuvers for Point. Braden Point goes to Geekie. Nice move across the blue line. Geekie at the left circle. Geekie shoots, save made. Rebound Point, left corner. Point tied up. Peak a steal. Up the far boards, not out. Held in Hedman, left circle. Victor Hedman, left point to Geekie. Left point Kucherov, back for Connor Geekie, left circle. Left circle Kucherov. Centers it, it skips through. Nobody home along the near boards for the Lightning. Husnudinov exits. Murat Husnudinov walking in the left wing into the Lightning zone, left circle. Husnudinov protects it. Wraps it behind the net. It's going to come around to the far boards. And Minton couldn't quite get a stick on it. Connor Geekie does up the near boards Kucherov. Kucherov fumbled it. Harris a keep. Loses Connor Geekie. And he'll deliver it out. 1:46 left in the period. 4-3 Lightning. McAvoy. Long toss. Minton missed his stick. It's going to come in on Johansson, though, negating an icing. Moser by the Lightning net. Bangs it around the far boards. Not out. Held in McAvoy right point. Cross ice. Acimont left circle. Acimont shoots. Save made by Johansson, and he holds on. 1:30 left in the period. 4-3 Lightning. Was the 22nd Boston shot today. They've had 11 in each of the first two periods. Draw coming to the right of Johansson. Korpisalo made, it might have been his last save if I'm remembering right, but Holmberg had a rebound chance in front. The goaltender Korpisalo robbed him. But definitely Johansson has been more under siege here in the second. Lindholm and Cirelli to the right of Jonas Johansson. 50-50. The puck comes to Lohrei at the left point. Directs it to the Lightning far corner. Gensel is there. Gensel wheels behind the Lightning net. Jake Gensel holds onto the puck. Left wing, McDonough. Launches to Gonçalves at center ice. Tried to deflect it in. Instead, Pasternak steals. Dumps it to the Lightning zone. Good play. Chernak sweeps it away. Here's Gensel to center ice. Cross ice feed stolen by Pastrnak. Onside across the line. Then looked offside. He shoots. Left circle wide right. Rebound McAvoy right point. A pass skips to Pastrnak in the right corner. He'll lose McDonough. McDonough checked. Gonçalves chops at it for McDonough. Needs to get this puck out. He is being checked by Morgan Geekie. Finally, Chernak by the net. Under some pressure. Almost lost to Pastrnak. Up the near boards, Gensel. He couldn't get it out. Held in Morgan Geekie for Lindholm. By the net, Pastrnak. He is checked. Rebound McAvoy right point. Puck skipped off his stick. Lightning having fumbleitis. Morgan Geekie right corner centers it. McDonough steals. Finally, an outlet, Gensel. 33 to go in the period. Across the blue line, Gage Gonçalves right point directs it behind the Boston net. Final minute presented by Crown Automotive. The better way to buy for over 50 years. McAvoy. Quick pass, Lohrei. Bruins are just zipping it around right now. Lohrei from beyond the red line forces this in. No icing. Yanni Gourde collects. Gourde pivots in the Lightning near corner. Off the near boards, he'll clear it. Zadorov knocks it down for Victor Arvidsson. Golfs it back in. Gourde will control. 6 to go in the period. Right wing, J.J. Moser. Back for Yanni Gourde. Hustles to center ice. Gourde across the blue line, left point. They'll feed it cross ice for Bjorkstrand. Time is going to wind down in the period. Bjorkstrand took a very late check from Zadorov. Comes back at him. Well, let's see if they get Zadorov for a penalty. In the meantime, Moser is looking for a piece of someone. Arvidsson gets in his way. I mean, Zadorov started the whole thing. We'll see if they get him for a penalty. Bjorkstrand's talking to the referee about it. Yes, he had the puck shortly beforehand, but time had expired. Zadorov didn't need to hit him, and he went out of his way to hit him. The Lightning lead is 1. 4-3 Tampa Bay is our score after 2. Greg has the second intermission report coming up on Lightning Radio.
Catch up with the latest news and notes on the Lightning every morning with the Daily Strike podcast. In less than 5 minutes, you'll hear the latest news, Dave Mishkin highlights.
Score! What a goal from Nikita Kucherov!
Coach Cooper and player comments, plus this date in Lightning history. The Daily Strike podcast. Available everywhere you listen to podcasts.
It's got to be here somewhere. Honey, have you seen this month's bill from Tampa Electric?
On the table!
On the table. Ah, here it is. No, that's the water bill. No, notice for picture day tomorrow. I better keep that. The bill is due today!
I filed it in our system!
On the table?
That is our system!
Make life easier with paperless billing and self-selected notifications sent to your phone or email. Your energy, your way. Visit TampaElectric.com/yourway.
Whether it's training day, game day,
Pass to the corner. He scores!
or recovery day, Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel whole. Advent Health, official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32! Blue 32! Hot! It's only more Hail Marys!
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over 100 hours worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Lightning fans, it's time to save big on Bubble Days at Bubble Down Car Wash. Wear your Tampa Bay Lightning gear Monday through Friday and get your car washed for just $5 all season long. Support your favorite team and keep your ride shining with this amazing deal. Clean cars, big savings, and unbelievable service. That's what makes us the bestest car wash in town. Get the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down. Bubble Down Car Wash, a proud partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Introducing your new Dell PC with the Intel Core Ultra processor. It helps you handle a lot, even when your holiday to-do list gets to be a lot. Like organizing your holiday shopping and searching for great holiday deals and customer questions and customers requesting custom things, plus planning the perfect holiday dinner for vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, and Uncle Mike's carnivore diet. Luckily, you can get a PC with all-day battery life to help you get it all done. That's the power of a Dell PC with Intel inside, backed by Dell's price match guarantee. Get yours today at Dell.com/deals. Terms and conditions apply. See Dell.com for details.
Shoots! Score! Gage Gonçalves! His first NHL goal! What a shot!
This is the Lightning Audio Network Intermission Report. Here's Greg Linnelli.
Puck alive for Crozier. Right circle shot. Save made. Rebound. Bjorkstrand shoots wide. Score! Holmberg! Bjorkstrand's shot was going wide of the net, but it hit Holmberg on the side of the goal. He had a wide-open cage. What did I say about this line in the first period? They have 2 goals in the second, and the Lightning back up by 4-1.
Oh, that's right, Mish. Yeah, because Gord had a goal 39 seconds in from Holmberg and Moser, and that gave Tampa Bay a 3-0 lead. You heard the Holmberg goal was 4-1 Tampa Bay, and then Boston chipped away Harris and Geekie with goals. Geekie came off a face-off at 11:35. Snapshot just beat Johansson. It was a great shot, and that was his second of the year. So it's 4-3 Tampa Bay heading into the third period, and a lot of good things, but that second period, as Chief often references, and we're going to bring everybody in, Bobby the Chief Taylor, Eric Erlinson, and Ben Pierce, sometimes is the big bugaboo. And, Chief, that's what happened, at least the last, 10 minutes of that second period where Boston was able to generate some scoring chances.
Lightning have only won 24% of the faceoffs. 2 of their goals came directly from the faceoff loss. So it's a big stat that they've not been very good at it all day long, and it really hurt them in that second period. You can't lose your face-off cleanly. You can fight it, and if you're going to lose it with a group, or somebody assist on losing it. But you can't lose them face-off on a clean break in your own end. And that's been a bugaboo for them for a while. But that's the big difference, I think, in my mind in that second period. Boston just dominated the face-off circle. They're up over 75%.
Chief, it's, you put your goaltender in a tough spot, and the 4-2 goal, obviously, Chernak, well, I'll let you play off of it because you could see John Cooper. Of course, we're listening to the game, but we also have the TV monitors on. And John Cooper was just livid with what transpired there. And it started with a tough pinch, and you put your goaltender in a tough spot.
It's playing smart hockey. It's winning hockey. And winning hockey is not an ill-advised pinch down the wall when you have a 3-goal lead, because that opens doors. And it opened up a door and it allowed the 2-on-1 against, and it was fine. It's a good shot by Jordan Harris, but you gave up the 2-on-1, and then you have to ask your goalie to make a very difficult save under those circumstances. Mish said it best. They're trying to cheat for offense. You're up 3 goals in the second period on the road. Don't cheat for offense. Make the smart play. It's okay. It's okay to back off on that play and kind of allow it to come at you. That way you don't put your goaltender under any sort of duress. And, Greg, I'm not a great lip reader, but I'm pretty sure John Cooper was strenuously saying Whiskey Tango Foxtrot a couple of times towards Eric Chernak on that situation, because we don't see him get animated very, very often on the bench. He was as angry at a player. We see him get mad at officials. He was as angry at one of his own players as he ever lets on publicly to see. So that kind of gives you an idea of what the coach thought of a play like that.
Well, and Ben, I'm sure, to East's point, and we heard from Yanni Gourde, look, this is a veteran group, no excuses, and probably a play like that is something that Cooper's looking at and saying, A, we know better, and B, this is a mistake that can't happen during this time of the game.
Well, the thing is we just watched it happen, right, a couple nights ago, and on top of that, Yanni Gourde scores, 40 seconds, I think it was, into the second period to give you a 3-goal lead. Boston responds. You're like, oh boy, okay, all right, they get that one back. Pontus Holmberg scores to restore your 3-goal lead, and then immediately you give it back again. So it's like every time that you think you've got the momentum back, you're giving it away. And it's just, I understand the frustration, because at some level it's like we're shooting ourselves in the foot, because we can't keep outscoring our problems if we want to be the team that we want to be. Forgive me, I don't remember if it was Cooper or one of the players the other night that said, you score 4 goals in the National Hockey League, that should be enough to win. And tonight, they've got 4. And that should be enough to win a game in the NHL. It's the thing that we've been seeing so far in all 3 games. If they get the lead, they're scoring goals. It's a matter of playing, like he said, winning hockey. It's we don't need the fifth goal. We need to stop the other team from matching our goals.
What's frustrating, I think, too, is, they played that type of game, like Ben mentioned, for 3 years and got beat out in the first round of the playoffs. You'd think there'd be a radical change as far as defensive opportunity and defensive mindset. And it's the same thing we've been watching for the last 3 years. And it's got to change. You can't keep doing this. I mean, you're blowing leads like crazy. A 3-1 lead the other day, 5 or 4-1 lead here. It should be over. It should be like death and taxes. The game should be over. A couple years, it always was over. And that's when you got to. I think they should start looking at that film, the coaching staff, and making sure to see how they protected the neutral zone and their own blue line a lot more than they did now. But we've got to get somebody to win a faceoff. That faceoff circle has just been devastating this first 3 games.
Yeah, it's kind of remarkable when you think about it. Being up 1 goal heading into the third period, Boston winning 79% of the faceoffs. I want to get to E here in a second. Take the next step forward in your career with great benefits and award-winning workplace at Progressive. Apply at careers.progressive.com. E, good to see Holmberg contribute offensively. Gord as well. I mean, that line has been very good, and we didn't see too much from Holmberg, obviously, in preseason. And then the first couple of games, you really just don't know. But it's good to see him get on the board.
For sure. A player coming into a new team, they want to find ways to really kind of implement themselves into the new locker room situation and on the ice. And, picking up a goal and assist and being a vital part in both of those goals is a sure way to do it. And, he missed a good chunk of training camp with an unspecified injury. I think his first game was that game down in Florida, which we know wasn't a hockey game, where you could kind of get yourself into any sort of a, feel for the team or anything like that. So, Mish mentioned it. The line with Gordon and Bjorkstrand with Holmberg has been really good. They created chances in the first period. They scored 2 goals in the second period, and Holmberg has been right in the middle of all of it. And, we didn't know a ton about him in terms of what to expect, other than that we know he's a hard-working player. That we thought he would kill some penalties, and then we'd see. And, if you're going to get that kind of offense from Pontus Holmberg, and it's because, you need it. We talked about the second line. Now you get it from the third line because the top line has been relatively quiet. They had that chance, that 3-on-1 that, they were inches away from being up 5-1. They don't convert. That's really about the only time you've really noticed the top line today. So they've gotten that secondary scoring, and Pontus Holmberg has been a really big part of it. And good for him to kind of find his way into this locker room and make an impact on the ice.
But they're good defensively. Both of them. Bjorkstrand and Holmberg are +2, and Gord's +1. They, and they're scoring, The big line, so-called big line, Kucherov and Point and Hagel, they're -2, all 3 of them. So, you're getting more production from your third line, and also you're getting the defense that you need from your third line. And one thing is, if you're not scoring, you got to do something else to win hockey games for your team. That top line has to start doing something.
They do. See if it happens that way. Ben, any closing thoughts here?
No, I think the biggest takeaway for me so far is Jonas Johansson has played pretty solid in net for his first appearance, and it's just winning hockey, right? Like just close it out. Play the hockey you can play, and they're going to be fine. But it's the things that they're talking about, they're trying to get rid of in their game, and this is a big third period for this team, I think, moving forward to see what kind of team they want to be.
Boys, appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Rick.
Okay, man.
All right, Chief, Bobby the Chief Taylor there, along with Eric Rollinson, Ben Pierce. We appreciate those guys. Every weekday at noon, Dave Michigan and I host Lighting Power Lunch, presented by Refrom. It's 1 hour of hockey every weekday. You can listen in the Lighting mobile app or watch the video live on Facebook, YouTube, and X. And if you missed the show, you can watch it later or download the audio in your favorite podcast app. And the Lighting, they do have 9 different ticket packs available now to see the Bolts this season. They include everything from PDQ chicken tenders to football jerseys, Sherpa hats, and all things in between. Go to TampaBayLightning.com/ticket packs to get yours today. before we kick it back over to Mish. Let's pause 10 seconds so stations can identify themselves right here on Lightning Radio.
The Bone, WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete, and 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. The Bone is the official Tampa Bay Lightning radio station.
All right, let's take a look at some stats from the first two periods. We told you shots on goal, 23-18 in favor of Boston through two periods. Boston winning 79% of the faceoffs, and the Lightning at 21%. Boston 0 for 3 on the power play. Tampa Bay 0 for 1. Hits 23-12 in favor of Boston. And when you take a look at this game, you want to be smart physically. Of course, when you're trying to play the body, you do not want to leave yourself susceptible to odd man rushes on the back end, similar to what we saw with Boston's second goal. But it is something, I think, when you take a look at the Lightning, you do want to play a physical game, especially this last period, trying to get their first one of the year. We'll see if it plays out that way. 16 giveaways from the Lightning, 10 for the Bruins. We want to get to our cleanest play, brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash, the official car wash of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Why don't we go to a little Anthony Cirelli?
Here's Gage Gonçalves on a counter. Across the Bruins line, left circle. Feeds it. Right circle. Gensel centers it. Score! Cirelli! Anthony Cirelli finishes the centering feed from Gensel. Just like that, it's 1-0 Lightning.
Yep, you love that. And he has himself a couple of goals. Let's see if he can maybe get a hattie. And if not, see if the Lightning can just defend the rest of the way and secure 2 points. They lead by 1, 4-3 heading into the third. Mish has the third period call when we return on Lightning Radio.
Benchmark International is a global mergers and acquisition firm dedicated to delivering creative, value-maximizing solutions for business owners seeking to grow or exit their companies. Recognized as the #1 sell-side privately owned M&A advisor in the world by PitchBook and Refinitiv, Benchmark International was named Investment Banking Firm of the Year by both the M&A Advisor and the Global M&A Network. We're known for our award-winning process and world-class service. Benchmark International. When selling your company, go with the right team.
Renewal by Andersen has Fall Savings Month going on right now. 20% off replacement windows and patio doors through the entire month of October. Plus, no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. They do phenomenal work. They will make your house even more beautiful than I'm sure it already is. Renewal by Andersen, superior products, exceptional service. BestWindowsFlorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at FloridaHearing.com. Hear better, live better.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Good Greek Moving and Storage wants to make moving suck a whole lot less for you. Don't ask your friends to help you move and ply them with beer and pizza. That's not right. Let the dedicated, professional, full of integrity movers at Good Greek Moving and Storage move and drive and unpack your stuff. You owe it to yourself and your friends to take it easy on them and you. Go to goodgreek.com for a free moving quote right now. Good Greek Moving and Storage.
Score! Nick Ball! What a pass. What a pass.
The third period of tonight's Tampa Bay Lightning game is presented by Advent Health. Feel whole. Here's Dave Mishkin.
Well, at one point, the Lightning had a 4-1 lead in this game, and were a 3-on-1 rush away from going up 5-1. But it stayed 4-1, and the Bruins have since chipped away with a couple of goals, and they really carried play in the second half of that second period. They got a lot of momentum from their 2 goals to make a 4-1 game 4-3, but it is still 4-3. So the Lightning have a 1-goal lead going into the third. First time they've led going into the third period of a game this year. Johansson back in the net to my right for the third. Korpisalo in the goal to my left. With Spectrum, it's only getting all of the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps and live TV included at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com. You can see the Lightning in action at Benchmark International Arena as the Blackhawks come to town on Thursday, October 23rd. Get your tickets now at TampaBayLightning.com/tickets. Yanni Gourde takes the center ice face-off against Fraser Minton. John Cooper, I think, would like an explanation as to why the Lightning have only gotten 1 power play in the game. And there have definitely been some calls they've left on the ice. The Bruins have had 3. All the scoring has come even strength, including a 4-on-4 goal scored by Boston. All right, third period underway. Minton wins the face-off. Lightning really struggling in the circle tonight. Harris dumps it in. Here's Hedman. Right wing, Bjorkstrand from the red line, punches it in. Jordan Harris plays it in the near corner. Behind the net, Peak loses Oliver Bjorkstrand, right circle. He'll nudge it right corner, Pontus Holmberg. Back to Bjorkstrand, right circle, guides to Moser. Moser at the center point, shoots. It got deflected and floated wide right of the net. There's Gourde in the left corner, right circle to Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand centers it, it skips through. Puck to Hedman, though, left point. Good opening shift here for the Lightning in the third. Behind the net, Gourde. Gourde checked. Holmberg follows up. Back for Gourde. Behind the net. Lines to Moser, right point. Center point, Bjorkstrand off his stick. And out of there is Minton to center ice. Fraser Minton into the Lightning zone. Good job, Moser. Took the body on Minton. Moser has the puck. Bruins need a change anyway. Opening minute in the third, 4-3 Lightning. Here's Hedman in front of the Lightning net. Holding on to the puck. The Cirelli line comes over the boards. They scored both the goals the Lightning got in the first period. Hedman, right wing, Max Crozier at center. Fumbles it a bit. Now he fires it in. Hard around. McAvoy in the near corner is checked by Gage Gonçalves. Steals it. Left circle, cross ace for Crozier. Got stripped by Arvidsson. Counters 3-on-2 maybe in the left wing. Left circle, Middlestad. He got hammered by Lilleberg. Did Arvidsson. Lilleberg has the puck. Lilleberg loses it. Here's a chance in the slot for Arvidsson. Save made by Johansson. Lightning made a great play to dislodge the puck, and then they gave it right back. Now Gonçalves steals from Zacha. Right wing Gensel. Across the blue line, Jake Gensel, right circle. Gensel pulls up. Gensel nudges for Gonçalves in the right corner. Gage Gonçalves behind the net, Cirelli. Cirelli pinched off by McAvoy. 4-3 Lightning early third. Big save Johansson just made on Arvidsson, who has the puck again here at center ice and rolls it in. Max Crozier in the Lightning near corner for Lilleberg. Lilleberg holds on to it. Cuts behind the Lightning net. Reverses it for Crozier. Both sides are getting a change. 2 minutes played in the third. 4-3 Lightning. Max Crozier. Left side outlet to McDonough. Up the middle, Hagel. Across the blue line, he steps. Slips to Kucherov, right circle. Shoots over the net. Rebound track by Hagel, left circle. Tried to cycle it to the near corner. Good read right there by Yoki Hario, but he gave it right back to Hagel. Left corner, Kucherov. Kucherov, left circle, Hagel. Brandon Hagel, bust left corner. Hagel behind the net. Hagel walks it to the right circle. Bruins in position defensively. Center point, Chernak shoots through a screen wide left. Lightning missed the net on a couple of chances during that sequence. Pasternak misses on an outlet from Morgan Geekie. It'll be an icing. 17:30 left in the third. The Lightning lead 4-3. Lightning have scored 4 goals today, so you get a free double stack in any participating Tampa area Wendy's with any purchase upon request. This offer is valid for 24 hours after today's game. Lightning keep the point line out there. 2.5 minutes played in the third. 4-3 Lightning. Hampus Lindholm, Braden Point to the left of Korpisalo. Won by the Bruins. Zadorov behind the Boston net. Skies it high in the air out of the zone. It's going to bounce to McDonough on the Lightning end. Headman feed, Hagel to center. Touches to Kucherov. At the middle point. Got checked. Lindholm a takeaway. Behind the net, Andrew Peak. Left wing Harris. Jordan Harris feathers it down the ice. First to it is going to be Morgan Geekie, right circle. They'll jam it cross ice. Nicely done. Right to Sean Corrali, left circle. Soft pass Pasternak, left corner, left circle, Corrali. Shoot, save made by Johansson with the glove, and he holds on. Clock to stop with 16:59 left in the third. Face-offs, though, really lopsided. 25-8 Boston through 2 periods, and the Bruins have won both faceoffs here in the third. So every time the Lightning have to deal with a faceoff on their own end, you hold your breath a little bit. In fact, the Geekie goal, the Morgan Geekie goal, came directly off a faceoff win. Connor Geekie on this faceoff for the Lightning against Corrali. To the right of Johansson, Connor Geekie is tossed. So Douglas will take the faceoff against Corrali. It's a 50-50. Nicely done by Douglas. Ties the play up. Who's got the puck? Douglas does. Up the far board's not out. Held in Harris. Left point shot. Save made. Johansson rebound. Corrali shoots. Save Johansson. And he holds on. Johansson gloved the first shot but dropped it. And it came right to Corrali. Well, that was a tie-up on a 50-50. And the Lightning actually got their stick on the puck but didn't execute the clear. Have to find a way to dig in. Tie up face-offs and win 50-50 pucks. Have to get the puck out following D-zone face-offs. Kastelik and Connor Geekie. Won by the Bruins. Peak at the right point. Right point, Husnudinov shoots. Save made Johansson. The rebound is loose. Who's got it? Chafee fumbling the puck. Comes to Crozier by the net for Lilleberg. Left side feed, Douglas. At the left wing, Chafee backhands it out. Pursuing is Connor Geekie. They'll track it to the right circle. Connor Geekie zigzags right corner. Gets checked by Kastelik. Stays with the puck, though. Good shift for Connor Geekie. Right corner, Chafee. Chafee goes cross-ice, Douglas. Left corner. Left point to Hedman. Hedman shoots over the net. Lightning have missed the net on their attempts here in the third. Connor Geekie follows up right circle, right corner, Chafee. Slides it back to a pinching Hedman left circle. Back for Chafee in the left corner. Chafee double team. Finds Douglas by the net. Douglas feeds it. High slot Moser. Shoots blocked out in front. Either Husnudinov or Harris got a stick on that shot. So Korpisalo didn't have to deal with it. It deflected out of play. But Moser was in a prime scoring area too. 16:02 left in the third. 4-3 Lightning. Tampa Bay gets the offensive zone faceoff here. Gord will take it against Fraser Minton. Here's the draw one again by the Bruins. Lohrei in the far corner. Walks with it up the left wing. Mason Lohrei to center ice. Offside feed Fraser Minton rolls it in. Johansson waits for it to come behind the net to the near corner. Hedman. Nice outlet. Holmberg up the middle. Yanni Gourde to center, fumbles the puck. McAvoy, a pass hits Gourde's skate and deflects into the offensive zone for the Lightning. They said the Lightning were in an offside position. Actually looked okay from up here, but maybe the linesman saw something I did. 15:45 left in the third. Lightning went up 2-0 in the first. They added a third goal in the opening minute of the second, but the teams traded 4 goals early in the second. It was 4-2 Lightning before Morgan Geekie scored during a 4-on-4 past the halfway point of the second for 4-3. That's been our score ever since. Gourde wins this faceoff from center ice. Moser pumps it in. Lohrei golfs it for McAvoy behind the net. On the near boards, it's AC Mott. Chipping to Tanner Jeannot at center. Jeannot a dump in, hits a skate, but it comes right to Lohrei. He'll force it in. Mason Lohrei on the net, loses Bjorkstrand, reverses it up the far boards, held in Tanner Jeannot left point. Shoots, blocked in front. Rebound, boy. Hedman was tripped. Referee looked right at it, didn't call a penalty. Bjorkstrand out to center ice, cranks this in. There's Mason Lohrei in the far corner. Feeding it down the ice that hit off the stick of Lindholm, but it's going to be an icing. Lindholm was on the wrong side of the red line. Look, the Lightning have a beef. I mean, the penalties they've been called for, and there have only been 3, like they've been penalties, but they've received only 1 power play, and that was definitely a trip of Hedman. Elias Lindholm and point to the left of Korpisalo. Not quite 5 minutes played in the third. Lightning hold the 4-3 lead. Lohrei has a broken stick. He hit the post in the second period. A shot that, had it gone in, would have tied the game at 4. During one of those aforementioned Bruins power plays. Point does win the draw. Chernak at the right point. Holds it in. High slide Hagel. Whiffs at a shot. And good defensive work by Lohrei, who got in on him. Steals it, carries to the red line, and fires it in. The carry right to Pasternak left circle. He's bumped by Chernak. Where's the puck? It's grabbed by Morgan Geekie. He made a steal. Morgan Geekie, right point Jokiharju. Shoots, blocked, and point collects. Quick up, Kucherov. Kucherov to center ice, right wing, Hagel. Across the blue line, a pass blocked. Hagel again, right circle. Hagel, right corner, Kucherov. Lightning are overpassing. That pass to Kucherov, he wasn't expecting it at the goal line extended. Hit off the end wall and came in front. Korpisalo covers. Lightning have no shots on net in the third period. Now, they have had some attempts that have missed the net. I mentioned that, but that sequence right there, a couple of opportunities to just get a puck to the net, and the Lightning did not do it. Solid defensive play by Chernak, taking the body on Pasternak. Casey Middlestat and Cirelli to the left of Korpisalo. Won by the Bruins. Zadorov feeds Jokiharju. Right wing Arvidsson chips it out. Puck retaken by McDonough at center ice. McDonough is flattened by Zacha. No call. And here's Arvidsson across the blind. Right side to Middlestat. Cross ice feed over the stick of Zadorov. There's Middlestat leaving for Arvidsson behind the net. He centers it. It's taken away by Cirelli. He'll chip it out. Zadorov pursues. Slings it for Pavel Zacha in the left wing. Right wing Henry Jokiharju. A pass to center ice. Misses everyone. Slides into the Lightning end. J.J. Moser the other way. Short feed Cirelli. Nearboards Gensel. Couldn't dump it in with possession. Arvidsson has it back for the Bruins. Gives to Nikita Zadorov. Besides maybe getting a change here, Zadorov bangs it to center ice. Puck is going to be picked up. They get the Lightning for another penalty. Gonçalves knocked down Victor Arvidsson. Another power play for the Bruins when we come back. 4-3 Lightning in the third on Lightning Radio.
If you look closely at a Ford SUV, you won't just see eye-catching design. You'll feel adventure and a new sense of freedom in a Ford Bronco, or an elevated level of confidence from the advanced technology found in a Ford Explorer. And with standard 4x4 in the Bronco Sport, you'll find the strength to overcome almost any obstacle. It's time to see Ford SUVs in a new light. Stop by your local Ford dealer today to find a great deal on a new Ford SUV.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over 100 hours worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Hey, boss, it's me, your air conditioning unit. You know, the one who cools your house. Just wanted to remind you that summertime means I'll be working overtime. Because the hotter it is, the harder I work. And the more electricity I use to keep your home feeling like, well, you don't live in Florida. So don't be alarmed when your electric bill goes up. In fact, 50% of that bill can be from my cooling. Here's a tip for you, boss. Go to TampaElectric.com/summerbills for more information and ways you can save.
This is Lightning Radio.
Well, another big test for the Lightning penalty kill. Slide Insurance penalty kill number 4. Lightning lead 4-3. Colin Gonçalves for tripping at 6:05. He did lock skates with Arvidsson, and Arvidsson went down. I think, at least for me, the issue is less about that than it was about Hedman getting tripped in the defensive zone a couple of minutes earlier that went uncalled. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. Getting points on the road is never easy. The Lightning have to dig in for another crucial kill here. Cirelli and Lindholm to the left of Johansson. Lindholm is tossed. He's been very good on the draws, but he won't take this one. It's going to be Morgan Geekie and Cirelli. Won by the Bruins. McAvoy at the center point. Right point Pasternak. A pass blocked by Chernak. Chernak pursues it to the near corner. He's checked by Morgan Geekie, who steals. Slides to Lindholm left circle. Center point McAvoy. McAvoy shoots. Tip just over the net. And out of play by Morgan Geekie. That was close. Morgan Geekie had position in front. Got a stick on that puck. But fortunately for the Lightning, it sailed high. 15 seconds off the penalty. Actually might have hit Johansson. That was a save by Jonas. Then the puck out of play. Cirelli and Lindholm to the left of Johansson. Won again by the Bruins. McAvoy to center point. Right point Pasternak. Shoots, tip wide left. McDonough's got it. Hard up the near glass, got it out. Pasternak wanted to hold that in. He's upset with himself that he didn't, but it got past his stick. Here's McAvoy winding up, $1:30 in the power play. 4-3 Lightning in the third. McAvoy, right wing, Elias Lindholm fumbles it at center ice, but it comes right to Morgan Geekie. He'll fire it in. Hagel blocks it in the far corner. Hagel is able to come over and nudge for Cirelli. Down the ice it goes. Nicely done, Hagel and Cirelli. Korpisalo feeds it himself to Morgan Geekie on the right wing at center ice. Drop past McAvoy. Heels back in front of the Bruins now. 1:08 in the power play. 4-3 Lightning in the third. McAvoy gives to Zacha. Right wing Morgan Geekie. Back for Zacha. Across the blue line. They'll squeeze free to the left corner. Dump it, find it at Morgan Geekie. Feeds the left circle. Pasternak. Shoot, save made. The rebound loose in front. Where is it? Johansson has it covered. And the Lightning react on Bruins players sniffing around the net. Looks like Gord and Morgan Geekie are jostling. That was close because the puck was pinballing around in the blue paint. Johansson eventually got it covered. Morgan Geekie, you can see why he went from 20 goals 2 years ago to 30 goals plus last year. He's got a great shot. We saw that on his second period goal, but he's not shy about getting to the net, being around the net. 48 seconds left in the Gonçalves minor. No calls stemming from that last post-whistle scrum. Lightning have to find a way to win a faceoff, though. I mean, they're just getting schooled in the circle, and it's hurt them on this penalty kill. They've lost 2 in a row so far in the kill. The second unit comes out for the Bruins, so it's going to be Middlestad on the faceoff against Cirelli. Cirelli's on a strong side. Middlestad isn't. To the left of Johansson. 50-50, won by the Bruins, I believe. Yes, Laura at the center point. Finds Husnudinov. He's open right circle. He has time to walk in, and he shoots wide right. There's Pasternak, left circle, a pass. Deflects to Laura, left point. Right circle, Casey Middlestad. Middlestad, he has a goal tonight. Middlestad centers it. Pasternak whips on a one-timer. Hagel grabs, turns on his forehand, and chips it down the far side of the length of the ice. 24 seconds left in this penalty. 4-3 Lightning in the third. Mason Lohrei, another rush. Right side feed, Middlestad to center. Dumps it in. Gord chopping at it for Hedman. Hedman clears down the far side of the length of the ice. 10 to go in the power play. Korpisalo leaves it for Lohrei. Final rush here. Mason Lohrei, left side feed. Marat Husnudinov to center, backhands it in. Johansson leaves it for Moser. He'll crank it around the near boards. It's alive at center ice for Gensel. The penalty is up. Right wing Hedman. Across the Boston line, right circle. Shoots, missed the net wide left. Here's Gonçalves, left circle. Still, Lightning don't have a shot on goal in the third. But they're 4 for 4 in the penalty kill. Gord is stripped by Middlestad. Pops it for Mason Lohrei. Still 4-3 Lightning. Lohrei ready for a change. Fires this in. J.J. Moser's got the puck for the Lightning. 11:30 left to go. Lightning also getting a change. Moser slides it for Lilleberg. Lightning move right to left in the third. Emil Lilleberg looking things over. Right wing Crozier. Left middle Hagel. Touches it forward point. Across the blue line right circle. Point is checked. Crunched by Zadorov. Hagel comes at Zadorov, and now Eyssimont checks Hagel, grabs Hagel. They let all of this go. In the meantime, Kucherov, right point, Crozier shoots wide right. Another shot that missed the net for the Lightning. Lilleberg, left circle. Goes behind the net, Kucherov. Kucherov, checked. Tanner Jeannot floats it up the far boards. It's out of the zone. Crozier looks to guide it forward, but Tanner Jeannot is steal. Into the Lightning end. 1 point Eyssimont. Shoots, save made by the goaltender Jonas Johansson. Minton follows up. Pass for Tanner Jeannot in the right corner. Jeannot centers it. It's taken away by Kucherov. 4-3 Lightning in the third. Kucherov makes his way to the red line. Chips it for Lilleberg. Cross the line, Hagel. A little pass, pinballed in on net. Save made by Korpisalo. That was not a shot on net, but it ended up going on net. Eyssimont clears. Jeannot is pursuing it. He drags down Moser. Penalty on Jeannot. Finally, we get a call on the Bruins. Delayed penalty. Predictably, the fans grumble and bellyache after they got 4 power plays to the Lightning's 1. Here's Hedman in front of that vacated net. Lightning have a power play pending. They get the extra attacker out on the ice. I mean, he grabbed Moser and tackled him as Moser had a lane to the puck first. What did they think was going to happen? Hedman up the middle. Holmberg deflects this in. Bruins are going to touch it. Korpisalo does. TV timeout. Lightning to the Tico power play. When we come back, they have a 4-3 lead on Lightning Radio.
Whether it's training day, game day,
Pass to the corner.
or recovery day. Advent Health keeps you ready for every day and for everything that makes you feel whole. Advent Health, official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
You've worked hard to make your dreams come true, and when you need to protect those dreams, who do you turn to? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local, independent insurance agent with Insurance Office of America. You need someone you can call when your property, auto, or other valuable things are damaged. Get an agent that will protect you in all you've worked hard for. Call IOA today at 833-546-2872. At IOA, we focus on your risk so you can focus on your dreams.
With Marathon Rewards, you'll earn on every fill-up, which is amazing news for every kind of driver out there. Whether you're a wait forever to filler-upper, a routine topper-offer, a relentless road tripper, an occasional commuter, or just a regular old point A to beer, everyone can earn rewards and save up to $1 a gallon. And you can join Marathon Rewards online, through the app, and even at the pump, making signing up easy for every kind of signer-upper. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
This is Lightning Radio.
Chico power play number 2 in the game for the Lightning. Jeannot, a needless penalty. I mean, he didn't need to grab a hold of Moser. He did, because Moser was going back for a puck in the defensive zone. So Jeannot to the box at 10:03 of the third. The Lightning still up 4-3. They've killed the last 3 penalties in a row in the game to maintain, at least in part, their lead. The first of those came when it was 4-2. The others came when it was 4-3. Lightning do not have a shot on goal so far in the third period. They've probably had no less than 6 or 7 attempts, though, that missed the net. We'll see if they can get a puck to the net during this power play. Point and Corrali to the left of Korpisalo. Point wins it cleanly. Hedman center point. Right corner Gensel. Left circle Bjorkstrand. And he tried a one-timer. I think it was deflected away from him by Zacha and it went out of play. I don't think that was a shot that was blocked. I think Zacha got his stick in the lane and deflected the pass. Nice setup, though, off the faceoff win. Yeah, he did. Good play by Zacha. Point and Corrali again to the left of Korpisalo. One again by Point. Kucherov controls top of the right circle. Right corner Gensel. Right circle Kucherov. Center point Hedman. Holds. Shoots. Save made. The rebound is loose. Zadorov is able to bang it out. I believe that got through. Either that or was blocked down low. Hedman regroups and the Lightning end. 9:34 left. Lightning on the power play of 4-3 in the third. Hedman the drop pass to Nikita Kucherov. Right wing Point too far for him. He does squeeze through traffic a bit. Lost the handle, but Gensel's there to follow up. Lightning want a clean entry here. Gensel drops it for Kucherov. They try again to the Lightning end. Short pass to Hedman. 1:20 in the power play. Hedman to the red line. Drops for Kucherov. Kucherov stick handles across the Boston line. Left point Gensel. Cross ice Point right circle. Braden Point right corner Kucherov. Back in front. Point shoot. Save Korpisalo. That for sure was a shot on net. Zadorov will crank it out. And there's the first Lightning shot in the period. Korpisalo the save. Stays 4-3 Lightning. A minute to go in the power play. Lightning get a change in the unit. Hedman holds on to it in the Tampa Bay end. Delivers to Hagel. Now Gage Gonsalves. Gonsalves up the left wing to the red line. Dumps this in. Right around Kastelik trying to clear it, and he will. He'll scoop it down the far side length of the ice. Lightning move right to left in the third. They have 38 seconds left in their power play. McDonough makes his way up the left wing. Drop pass Hagel. Hagel up the middle at center. Cross the blind Chafee onside right circle. Zips it cross ice. Cirelli after left circle. Trying to keep it alive for a teammate. Gonsalves battling in the near corner along with Hagel. Harris and Kastelik there for the Bruins. 15 seconds left in the penalty. Good job by Boston killing some time here as no one can get a handle on the puck. Hagel finally does, but he feeds it to the far corner. Kastelik is there to grab it and clear it. Penalty will wind down. Tanner Jeannot is about to come out of the box. McDonough quick up Hagel. Cross the blue line to the left point. Penalty up. Hagel is going to lose it. Off a poke check from Yoki Haru. It's back at center ice. Chernak flips it back in. Chernak took a big check from Tanner Jeannot. 7:47 left. 4-3 Lightning. Puck played by Yoki Haru to center ice. Cutting it off is Bjorkstrand for Pontus Holmberg. Here comes Holmberg across the blue line. Right point Gord shoots. Save Korpisalo. And he will hold on. A fairly quiet power play for the Lightning. They did work a couple of minutes off the clock, though. 7:35 left in the third. Still 4-3 Tampa Bay. Gord to take the face-off against Elias Lindholm. To the left of Jonas Korpisalo. And it is won by Gord. Holmberg had it, but he fell on the puck. Taking it away is Jokiharju. He'll scoop it out. Cernak loves it down at center ice. Got tied up by Pasternak, who tries to maneuver it forward. Cernak a block. Left wing Gord. Up the middle. Bjorkstrand taps it in. Here's Henry Jokiharju of Boston on the right wing. Left wing Zadorov. Nikita Zadorov zips it to Pasternak at center ice. Deflects this in on Johansson. He's going to cover it up. 7:10 remaining. 4-3 Lightning. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. And any rebroadcast recording, retransmission, or the use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Lightning is expressly prohibited. Bruins will keep the same forward unit out there, and the Lightning also do not make a change. Bruins change D. Gord and Lindholm to the left of Johansson. Lightning rearranging their players around the face-off circle. Gord kind of directing traffic. Now the draw, won by the Bruins. Lohrei at the right circle. Mason Lohrei veers to the right point. Holmberg defends. Lohrei makes his way to the left circle. Sweeps one to the net. Gord a block. Two Lightning players collide. Pasternak trying to hold this in, and he will. What a job by Pasternak, but now a pass cut up by Bjorkstrand. Oliver Bjorkstrand comes up with it and clears it to Gord in the left wing. As Holmberg open in front. Holmberg's in alone. Shot it over the net. The puck was on edge. He tried to go up, but he put it over the net, off the glass, and out of play. Pontus Holmberg has a goal tonight. He has two other glorious chances. I don't think that one was on net, though. Yeah, he just put it over the cage. Gord did that earlier in the game. They caught the Bruins in transition. Play will resume with a face-off to the right of Korpisalo. 6:46 left. Point in Middlestad. We'll take it. Point wins it. Kucherov left circle shot blocked. Puck bounces to the Bruins far corner. Jokiharju gave it away. Kucherov right circle. Looks to make a play to a teammate. Right point it's Crozier. Crozier angles center point. Crozier backhands it to the near corner. Hagel after it. Brandon Hagel at the left circle. Feeds it left circle point. Left point Lilleberg. Neil Lilleberg takes a shot. Save made Korpisalo. He'll take a whistle. Good hard-working shift there for the Lightning. Keeping the puck in the offensive zone. 6:25 remaining. This draw comes to the other side of Korpisalo. Point will take it on his weak side against Casey Middlestad. Again won by the Lightning. Hedman left point, center point Moser. Shoots, hit traffic in front. Jokiharju collects and clears. Victor Hedman tracks the puck to his own end. Swings it out to center ice. Middlestad blocks it. A counter for Arvidsson. Across the blue line. A pass cut up by Hedman. Hedman looking to flip it out, and he did not. Held in Zadorov center point. Oh, they said it came out of the zone. Zadorov was just outside the blue line when he gloved it down. 6:06 now left. We'll get a neutral zone face-off. Every shift from here on out so important for the Lightning, making sure they take care of business from the red line back to their own net. Puck's out cleanly, puck's in deep. As much as he can. Fraser Mint, Anthony Cirelli, neutral zone draw. Won by the Lightning. They started winning some draws here of late. Hedman to Moser up the right wing. They'll lob it in. Gage Gonçalves pursues into the right corner, gets help from Gensel right corner. Jake Gensel, right corner Gonçalves. It's checked by Pete. Lightning will look to stay with the puck. Harris now battling with Gensel. Puck alive in that far corner. Gensel comes up with it, dribbles it to the right point Moser. Left point Hedman. Cross ice feed Gensel. He'll take it right corner behind it at Cirelli. Anthony Cirelli protecting the puck. Spinning on Fraser Minton. Then check Cirelli. 5.5 to go. 4-3 Lightning. Puck by the Bruins net. Puck battle. Cirelli staying with that puck. Finally loses Minton. Minton up the far boards. Tanner Janot couldn't get it past Moser. Puck held in Gensel right point. Left point Gonsalves. Left point Hedman. Shoot. Save made by Korpisalo, and he holds on. Now Peak and Cirelli jostle, but we'll have a TV timeout. Clock down to 5:14 left in the third. 4-3 Lightning on Lightning Radio.
As part of our 90th anniversary celebration, we have enhanced our cash-out refinance home loan. With our new limit, you can now receive up to 90% of your loan to value, providing you with more flexibility and financial freedom. If you have a $400,000 home, receive up to $360,000 with your cash-out refinance. Jumbo loans over $850,000 are available. Get cash for hurricane season, school expenses, or upcoming holidays. Ask about our new rates or learn more at gtefinancial.org/home refi.
Bolts Nation, it's never been easier to watch Lightning hockey live and on demand. Anywhere, anytime. Never miss a second of the action. For less than $1 a game, stream exclusively on the official Tampa Bay Lightning app. Watch all season long. Plus, replay the action, relive the highlights, and watch even more exclusive team content. Just download the official Lightning app.
Hi, Andrew Duncan of the Duncan Duo team at LPT Realty. Are you looking to get a bidding war for your high-end luxury home? Go with the Duncan Duo team, the official real estate agents of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Both of our two most recent multi-million-dollar listings got several competing offers in a bidding war. That's how you get top dollar for your luxury home. Go with a billion-dollar producer, expert marketing, and expert negotiations with Tampa's best real estate team, the Duncan Duo at LPT Realty. Visit us at duncanduo.com. That's duncanduo.com.
This is Lightning Radio.
Down to the final 5 minutes and 14 seconds in the third period. Still 4-3 Lightning. Lightning, I think, have had a good last several minutes. I know their power play didn't generate much, but really since the power play ended and even during the power play where they had the puck, they've been able to dictate play a little bit more. They've had some extended ozone shifts that have at least worked the clock. Points line is out for this face-off, which is coming to the right of Jonas Korpisalo. Elias Lindholm and point on the draw. Lindholm wins this one. Zadorov behind the Bruins net. Big strides up the middle. Nikita Zadorov makes his way to the red line. Across the Lightning blue line to the left circle. Zadorov centers it, looking for Lindholm. It was too far in front of him. Yoki Haru follows up right point. A pass by the Lightning net. Careens to Pasternak, left corner. The pass cut off by Point. Pointed. Battling Pasternak for it. Point wins it for McDonough behind the net. McDonough ices this. He missed on an outlet, so I think he might have been trying to get it on the goalie, but it missed. 4:46 left, so now the Bruins get an ozone face-off. Points line has to stay out there. It's not been a long shift for them, but I'm sure they would love to get control of this puck and get it out and get off the ice. Middlestad and Point to the right of Johansson. Won by the Lightning. Chernak from McDonough behind the net. Left wing Hagel needs to get this out, and he will to Kucherov at center. Left wing Point. He'll pop it in. Lightning complete a partial change. Korpisalo guides it around the far boards for Zacha. Boss ice, Victor Arvidsson to center ice. Off his stick. Lilleberg on a counter. Left wing to Kucherov. 2-on-2 across the blue line. Pulls up. He is checked. And it's punched out by McAvoy to center ice. Arvidsson directs this in. Max Crozier by the Lightning net. 4-3 Lightning in the third. Crozier does a nice job to flip it out to center ice. Gloving it down to Lohrei. Heads up play. Mason Lohrei across the Lightning line. Walks it high slot. Shoots. Save made Johansson. He kind of took a peek behind him, but he had it underneath him. Or at least between his left arm and his jersey. So another crucial defensive zone face-off upcoming for the Lightning. 4:11 left. This clock is just inching along. At least if you're on the Lightning side of things. Gord will draw the assignment on this face-off. Still a little early for Korpisalo to get pulled. Bruins come right back with the Lindholm, Morgan Geekie, Pasternak unit. Gord and Lindholm, one for Pastrnak, center point. Shot! Kick save made by Johansson. Bjorkstrand after it. Couldn't clear, held in. The left point by Peak. He's going to lose it, Gord. Gord flips it down the ice. It may be an icing. It is. Man, the Lightning are just not making the little plays they need to alleviate pressure. First, the failed clear, and then Gord got it out, but it had enough mustard on it to carry it down the ice. Under 4 minutes left, 3:59 on the clock. The unit is fresh, but Gord lost that last faceoff cleanly to Lindholm. Pastrnak was at the point for Peak and got the shot to the net. Again to the left of Johansson. Again won by the Bruins. Jordan Harris right point. Cross his feet, blocked by McDonough. Stepped up, intercepts, and Bjorkstrand exits to the red line. On the right wing, cross the Boston blue line. Bjorkstrand to the right corner. Oliver Bjorkstrand killing time, stripped by Pastrnak. Pastrnak countered by Bjorkstrand, makes a steal by the net. It'll work for Hannes Holmberg in the right corner. Holmberg is broken up by Pastrnak, who nudges it out. Morgan Geekie at center, loses Moser. Moser will flip it on the right side of Bjorkstrand. Holmberg lost his helmet, so he goes to the bench, but he was ready for a change anyway. Bjorkstrand dumps it in. 3:28 left. Here's Yoki Haru, left wing Corrali. Corrali, a cross-ice dump to the Lightning near corner. Hedman looks to leave it for a teammate. Instead, it's Tanner Jeannot, right corner. Right point to Henry Yoki Haru. Yoki Haru looks for a shooting lane, doesn't have one. Winds it by the net. Easymont is there. Easymont is checked. Easymont tied up by Moser. A puck battle. It's going to come free to Gage Gonçalves around the near boards. Gensel. He'll hurry it out. This may be another icing, though. Yes. Well, Gensel did the smart move right there. He was under duress. He made sure he got it out. Unfortunately, it slid down the ice. Another minute off the clock. 2:59 left. 4-3 Lightning. Again, Korpisalo stays put. Middlestad and Cirelli to the right of Johansson. .50-50, won by the Bruins. Lohrei left point, right point McAvoy. Doesn't shoot. Bumps in right circle Zacha. Zacha checked by Moser. Moser does force a steal and got it out of the zone. Great work, J.J. Moser. McAvoy a regroup at center up the middle. Arvidsson. Arvidsson bump but finds Zacha. Zacha dumps it in and chases. Zacha and Cirelli jostle in the near corner. Who's got it? Gage Gonçalves is checked. Where's the puck? Gonçalves comes up with it. Under pressure. McAvoy looks to hold it in. Cirelli looks to get it out. Held in Middlestad. At the center point, left circle Lohrei. Great work by the Bruins to hold the puck in. Lohrei wheels behind the net. Mason Lohrei walks in right circle. He got stripped by Gensel. Gensel out to center ice. Maybe a 2-on-1 with Gonçalves. Gensel across the line in front for Gonçalves. Hooked a bit by McAvoy. No call. McAvoy and Gonçalves battle in the far corner. Gonçalves got a hold of McAvoy. They let that go. 2:10 left. Pastrnak out to center ice. Pastrnak flips this in. First to the puck is Chernak. Chernak tied up by Pastrnak. But Braden Point grabs. Point needs to clear it. He got checked. Following up Chernak. He'll chip it out. Puck knocked down at center ice by Kastelik. Not with a high stick. He'll wind it back in. Chernak after it in the near corner. Kastelik's on it first. Well done. Left circle Geekie. The net is empty for the Bruins. Left point Harris. Shoot! Save made by Johansson on a tip. It changed directions. He reacted in time and smothered it. So they got Korpisalo to the bench. Kastelik was the extra attacker. He got it in. Harris took the shot from the point. It hit Kastelik. That was a good deflection by Kastelik. When I say hit him, I think he got the shaft of his stick on it. So the clock is stopped with 1:44 remaining. The Bruins have called timeout. We will have a face-off to the right of Johansson. Actually, the Bruins did not call timeout. They just had a deliberate change. So they have the extra attacker on the ice. Victor Arvidsson, Zacha, Lindholm, McAvoy, Pastrnak, and Morgan Geekie. Zacha and Cirelli to the right of Johansson. Net empty for the Bruins. Here's the face-off, won by Zacha. Morgan Geekie left point, right point Pastrnak. 6-on-5 for Boston. Pastrnak left circle. Morgan Geekie shoots wide right. He had a good setup, and Hagel will slip it out of the zone. Bangs it forward. McAvoy blocks the pass, but it comes to Kucherov at the left circle. Shoots wide left to the open net. He had a tough angle. Puck grabbed by Pastrnak. 1:25 left. 4-3 Lightning. Pastrnak to the red line. Fires in on Johansson, knocks it down. Left it behind the net. Arvidsson first made two, but a drop pass comes right to Hagel at center ice. On the right side, Kucherov toward the open net. Fumbles it. Hagel onside across the blue line. Walks it in front. Holds, shoots, blocked. What a block by Pastrnak. Saved the game right there. He played goalie. Arvidsson the other way. Left wing Zacha, 103 left. Zacha into the Lightning zone left circle. Zacha holds, centers it. Redirected wide left by McAvoy down low. Under a minute to go. Puck alive by the Lightning net. 4-3 Tampa Bay in the third. Lindholm will win it. Back to Pastrnak, right point. 50 seconds left. He shoots, blocked, and off the block. Kucherov out to center ice. Looks toward the open net. 2-on-1. Kucherov across the blue line for Hagel left circle. Hagel has that open net. He takes it by the net. He is checked. 38 seconds left. Lightning didn't score. The puck alive for Arvidsson at center ice. Lightning have to hang in there. They've squandered two open net chances. Across the blue line, Lindholm. Right circle, Arvidsson. Arvidsson shoots, save made, rebound, shot in front. Save made on Morgan Geekie. A glorious chance on a rebound. The Lightning, I think, are frustrated that they missed two open nets. Points ready to go with Victor Arvidsson. They both dropped the gloves. See that replay? I believe it was Morgan Geekie who had the chance. It was a Bruin in the slot for sure who got a swing at that puck off the centering pass that came in on Johansson and pinballed into the slot. What a save Pastrnak made, though, on Hagel. Saving the game for now for the Bruins. But yeah, it was Morgan Geekie. The shot was blocked, but Pastrnak then got it off the block.
71, 2 minutes each for roughing.
All right, 2 minutes each on Point and Arvidsson. So it's 4-on-4 with the net empty, 5-on-4 for the Bruins, 23.1 seconds left. I mean, by all rights, the Lightning should have won this game. Kucherov didn't shoot at the open net. Hagel did shoot at the open net, but Pastrnak made a miraculous skate save. But the Bruins also could have tied it. Pastrnak had the chance on a pinballing puck, and Johansson hung in there and made the save. So a dramatic finish here in Boston. The Lightning trying to hold on to this one-goal lead. We have a crucial face-off upcoming with 23.1 seconds remaining. This is almost like a power play, 5-on-4. But the Lightning cannot ice the puck, of course, without being called for icing. But with the clock down to 23.1 seconds, if they have a chance to shoot it down the ice, might as well do it to help work the clock. All right, so it's Cirelli, Hagel, Chernak, and McDonough for the Lightning. Morgan Geekie, Zacha, Pastrnak, Lindholm will take the face-off, and McAvoy. Or maybe it'll be Zacha on the strong side. Yeah, they're going to let Zacha take the draw. Now the Lightning call timeout. They wanted to see who the Bruins sent out there. The Lightning have led every step of the way. At one point, up 4-1, but the Bruins chipped away with a couple of second-period goals. Bruins have 10 third-period shots. The Lightning have 5. Scoring chance opportunities have been harder to come by in the third period for both teams. As you would expect, a one-goal game in the third. But the Lightning still have a little bit of work still to be done. A little bit of work in that there's not a lot of time left, but a lot of work in that it is going to be a heavy lift. But they have 4 of their best defensive players out on the ice to try and get this game across the finish line. All right, timeout is up. Cirelli in his weak side is going to take the draw against Pavel Zacha. To the right of Jonas Johansson. Cirelli wins it. McDonough behind the net. Taps it into the near corner at Hagel. Hagel shoots it toward the open net. It's going to go wide. So he missed the open net. A little bit more time off the clock, but Bruins get another offensive zone faceoff. Cirelli did his job winning the draw, but they have another faceoff upcoming here. Now the Bruins can pick the circle. 15.1 seconds left. Cirelli in his strong side will take it against Lindholm. Mentioned Lindholm over 70% coming in on faceoffs this year to the left of Johansson. Ball start, puck not dropped. time to the clock. 16 seconds now left. Cirelli and Lindholm on the draw. Won by Lindholm. McAvoy at the right point. Holds. Shoots wide right. Rebound behind the net. Pasternak from Morgan Geekie left corner. Morgan Geekie checked by Chernak. Penalty coming up on Chernak. 8.1 seconds left, so we'll have another face-up. Not a lot of time left.
Tampa, number 81, 2 minutes for hooking.
I mean, that is a huge break for the Bruins because they were not in a position to do anything with the puck. I mean, yes, there's not a lot of time left for this penalty, but it gave the Bruins a whistle. And, I mean, he did get him in the gloves. So, slide insurance penalty kill number 5 for the Lightning at 19:51. So this will be a 6-on-4 for the Bruins. Sorry, 5-on-3 for the Bruins. Because it was 5-on-4 with the roughing minors to Arvidsson and Point. Well, I thought the Bruins called a timeout earlier. Clearly they didn't because they're using their timeout now. Bruins have to set up a play in 8.7 seconds. If they can score before regulation ends, it would be a power play goal, and the power play would be over, but they would have the game tied at 4, and we'd be heading to overtime. So a 5-on-3 for the Bruins. The Lightning have Cirelli, Hedman, and McDonough out there. Winning the faceoff would be huge for the Lightning, but Lindholm has had the hot hand all season. He'll take the draw against Cirelli to the left of Johansson. Puck not dropped. Now it is tied up. Cirelli kind of wins it. Puck for Cirelli in the near corner. He clears it. The Lightning are going to win their first of the year. Time ticks down. Final score. Lightning 4, Bruins 3. Way harder than maybe we thought it was going to be when the Lightning went up 2 and then 3-0 and 4-1. But they had to dig deep. All kinds of penalty killing. 5-on-6. They get the job done. They take a 1-goal lead into the third, and they get this game across the finish line. They beat the Bruins in regulation 4-3. Back after this on Lightning Radio.
Spectrum TV Fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot hype. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom-of-the-ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over $100 worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Check out the Tampa Bay Lightning's all-inclusive girls-only hockey development programs presented by Raymond James. These programs are designed for girls of all ages and skill levels and are run by Team USA's women's national team alumnus, Kelly Stedman. Whether you're new to hockey or just want to learn how to skate, we have the perfect program for you. Visit lightninghockeydevelopment.com/girlshockey for more info.
Together, we've been through it. Big storms, long hot nights, and the sigh of relief when the lights come on. At Tampa Electric, we never stop preparing. We strengthen lines, trim trees, and underground miles of power lines every year. And when a storm hits, we're all in. Every team member works around the clock until the power's back on for everyone. Yay! Because together, we can power through any storm. See how you can prepare at tampaelectric.com/storm center.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey Lightning fans, don't let cold and flu symptoms keep you on the bench. Power through your day with Mucinex Kickstart. Fast, all-in-one, and done relief with a jolt of instant cooling sensation. That's a game-winning play. Relief with a kick. Mucinex Kickstart. Go Bolts. Use as directed.
This is Lightning Radio.
Well, after losing the first 2 at home in regulation, the Lightning really needed a win, and they come into Boston and give the Bruins their first loss of any kind here today. 4-3 is the final in regulation. The Lightning jumped on the Bruins early, scoring 69 seconds into the game. They were up 2-0 after one, and they scored in the opening minute of the second to go up 3-0. But then they had some problems in the second period defensively. They ended up giving up 3 goals in the second period as Pontus Holmberg scored a 4th goal for the Lightning. They did tighten things up in the third. I know the Bruins finished with 10 third-period shots. They had far fewer chances, though, in the third. Lightning's penalty kill did a great job today. Officially 5 for 5. And the last one was only for 8.7 seconds or whatever it was. But that was a 5-on-3. But as the other ones, particularly kill 3 and 4, when it was 4-3, they did a terrific job getting through those kills successfully. So the Lightning maintained a lead. Big contributions offensively from the Cirelli line. Cirelli, Gensel, and Gonçalves, each with 2 points. Cirelli had 2 goals. And also the Gord line. Yanni Gord will be joining us momentarily. Yanni Gord, Bjorkstrand, and Holmberg. Gord had a goal. Holmberg had a goal and an assist. Bjorkstrand had an assist. Also, really a great performance from Jonas Johansson. Of the goals he gave up, maybe the 2-on-1 goal to Jordan Harris. It was a 2-on-1, but Harris is on his strong side and beat Johansson on the short side. He didn't really have much of a chance on the other 2 goals that he gave up, and he made a handful of really tough saves, finishing with 30 on the day. Let me give you my 3 stars. Anthony Cirelli's my number 1 star. He had 2 goals. He was part of that penalty kill that went 5 for 5. And on a night when he struggled as much as anyone in the circle, he won 2 late faceoffs for the Lightning that were critical in helping them get this game into the win column. Holmberg is my 2nd star. He actually took 2 penalties, so he was not available for all of the kills for the Lightning. But he definitely slotted in well with Gord and Bjorkstrand and finished with a goal and an assist. And I know he gave up 3 goals, but Johansson, terrific game. And he is my 3rd star. Let's bring in Greg Linelli while we await Yanni Gord. Let's start with the Gord line. I mean, we didn't know that this would be a line when we were analyzing all the different lines the Lightning had throughout training camp. But I think the decision to move Connor Geekie to center may have factored into bumping Holmberg out of center up to 3rd-line wing. And you can make an argument that that was the Lightning's most effective line, 5-on-5 today.
Yeah, they were really good. And, we talked about getting scoring from different people this year, Mish. We were excited about preseason. Preseason different than regular season. You wanted to see it in a real game, but credit to John Cooper, again, mixing and matching. And, maybe it's going to take the 3rd or 4th game for these guys to get comfortable in the regular season and produce, but couldn't have come at a better time. 3-goal leads, sometimes the hardest to defend, and Lightning held on. And I think you said it in the broadcast. Those road wins are tough. Doesn't matter where. It's really tough. And again, you get a win with your backup goaltender on the road. You love it.
Do we lose Greg? Yes. Okay, I guess Greg dropped. It doesn't happen often, but it sounds like Yanni Gord may be on his way. Not just the Gord line, but the Cirelli line, too, in the first period. Cirelli, Gensel, and Gage Gonçalves did quite well to make the Bruins uncomfortable and score some goals. And the Lightning were able to play with a lead, which they have not been able to do since early on opening night when they jumped out to a first-period lead on the Ottawa Senators. Of course, the Lightning get right back at it tomorrow when they play at Washington and face the Capitals, who did not play today. The Capitals played last night and actually were winners 1-0 at Madison Square Garden against the New York Rangers. So, again, in case you weren't paying attention, Cirelli had 2 goals in the first. Gensel and Gonçalves assisted on both. Gord scored into an open net after Holmberg made a great play to draw the defender away from the goaltender Korpisalo and also drew Korpisalo out of the blue paint and passed to Gord, who slammed it into an open net 39 seconds in. The Bruins got a counter goal from Middlestad 30 seconds later to make it 3-1. But then Holmberg finished on a shot from Bjorkstrand that was deflected wide, but before it actually went fully behind the net, Holmberg grabbed it and tucked it into an open near side of the cage at 3:37. But then shortly thereafter, the Lightning missed on a chance on a 3-on-1 to make it 5-1 and gave up a 2-on-1 on the same shift. Jordan Harris converted to make it 4-2, and then during a 4-on-4, Morgan Geekie scored off the face-off at 11:35 of the second. So we had a lot of scoring in the second. We had a lot of scoring in the first 31 and a half minutes of the game. But after that, nothing. And I think some of that was the Lightning defended well. They defended better, certainly. And their penalty kill came up very, very big. Do we have Greg back, by the way, Peter? Oh, he was. Okay, I didn't hear him. Sorry, Greg. You dropped on me, so I was filling time. Well, let's talk about the penalty kill. It came up big. I mean, yes, they gave up some chances, but when you go 5 for 5 and then you're killing penalties when you're up by 1 in the second half of the game, crucial to get those kills done, and the Lightning did it.
Yeah, and your goaltender has to be the best penalty killer. And I to reiterate that point, I think Johansson was really good. But in a night where the face-offs was a problem for sure, finding a way to kill them off was a big deal. And again, on the road in a tough place to play, a chippy Boston team who came in feeling pretty good about themselves. That was a big overall point in this game, partner. So kudos to the Lightning for sure, digging in there. And boy, that end of the game was pretty interesting. Hagel with the empty netter that he thought he had, and Pasternak playing goaltender. I mean, it had a little bit of everything there late, and it didn't come easy for the Lightning. But sweet 2 points on the road.
Yanni Gourde is on his way, so we'll check in with you, Greg, after we have that interview. Gourde, as third-line center, has scored in back-to-back games. He scored on a rush chance where Braden Point jumped off the bench and gave it to him. Today's goal was basically into an open net. I mean, he was part of the penalty kill, too. Some of this is due to the fact that Gergensons is injured and on the IR, so other guys have had to step up. Gensel has been paired with Gourde during several of their penalty kill shifts together, so they also contributed, but it was primarily, they saw the most shorthanded ice time among forwards, Cirelli and Hagel. And are we ready to go? We are. Okay, Yanni Gourde is downstairs joining us. Yanni, thank you very much for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem.
So I got to ask you, what a line.
Yeah.
You guys had a great game, and I did not see the three of you skating at all together at any point during training camp. Maybe I missed it, but whether you did or you didn't, what made your line so effective today?
I think we just kept it very simple. We were winning our one-on-one. We were second quick, close support, and that's kind of how you have success in this league. There's, to just work together as a unit, and then we created, and Homie had a unreal game. Obviously, that pass on my goal and his goal, fantastic plays.
Did you call for the puck there?
I think both me and Bjorky called for it, but unreal play from him.
One other big component to this win was the penalty kill, which finished 5 for 5, and you were a part of that. How were you able to get through those 5 kills?
Yeah, I mean, we knew how good they are on the power play. We tried to limit their chances. Obviously, they had a few, but Jojo back there was amazing. And it's everyone. Together on the PK, all 4 guys, all 5 guys working together and getting those kills.
You guys had a really rough day in the circle. They had a big advantage, really maybe till halfway into the third period. Then you started winning some, and I noted Cirelli won 2 late. They were crucial. When you have a game where it's just not happening for you, how do you turn that around like you guys did?
Simplify, but it was just really hard for everybody in the circle tonight. I felt like we just behind all the time, and obviously we're gonna have to work on that and be better. But Tony came out big there for us.
Yanni, congratulations on the win. Thanks for the time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, Yanni Gourde from the locker room. Let's bring in Greg Linelli. And the Lightning had a bad night in the circle. They had a bad night in the circle. 25-8 were the faceoffs through 2 periods. But near the end of the game, the Lightning started winning some draws. And I mentioned Cirelli had 3 big ones near the end of the game, and he won 2 of them, including that one in the final 8 seconds. Who knows? I mean, maybe that saved the game for Tampa Bay.
Could have. They'll need to be better there, but look, I think it's easier to look at these things after a win, knowing you got to work on some things. And we saw John Cooper on the TV broadcast there as we were listening to the game when Chernak did the pinch that made it 4-2. He was pretty upset with that. You could tell, like, all right, guys, come on. Got to use your head here a little bit, understanding your game awareness. So things to work on for sure, but they're not a finished product after 3 games, nor do you want to be. And I think the Lightning will take a divisional win anytime, anywhere.
Yes.
And kind of move on for tomorrow.
Well, they will move on for tomorrow. You and I will recap today's game tomorrow on Power Lunch. Have a good postgame.
Look forward to it.
All right, that'll do it for me. Thanks to everyone involved in today's broadcast. Doug Lane alongside me here in Boston. Peter DeFee Jr. at the Lightning Radio Network studios. For our broadcast assistant, Jared Johnston. Thanks to him. Thanks to Greg Linnelli, the Chief Bobby Taylor, Ben Pierce, Eric Erlinson as well. I'm Dave Mishkin saying so long from Boston. Final score today, it was the Lightning 4 and the Bruins 3. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.
Across the blue line to the center point.
Shoots, score! Score! What a shot!
Shoots, block, rebound, Nylander in the slot.
Save it by Vasilevsky.
Point, cuts in front, shoots.
What a move! What a move! What a move! Point. He wins it for the Lightning again.
Tonight's broadcast of the Tampa Bay Lightning was presented by